vampires
If one of us
live
dies, it's a December song. We all go down together.
One of my uncles
are
moved
you
to
in charge
New
now?
Brunswick.
In New Brunswick?
Yeah, so his daughter was born there, so she had.
Long fucking day.
the most
say hello,
amazing
internet.
Cajun
Hello,
accent.
Internet!
And
The position of Tony tonight will be played by Lisa.
That's right.
Whereas the position of Lisa will be played by Tony.
I apologize for the motion sickness that I'm causing because I'm trying to get this thing.
Yeah, that's right. Gyrate.
It's
That just looks bad from my perspective.
Oscillate wildly.
Work it, son.
kind of. I don't know. It's
Come on, there's
Fine,
an
that's
So
audience
fine.
now.
I'm
We gotta
making
get.
pupusas based off of the Tasty video with Curly and his grandma. So they're usually when they have a Tasty video underneath it, they give like the
typically what it
actual
is, it's
recipe.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
They were
I'm
just
literally just
chatting.
You're just gonna see a lot
Yeah,
of
I'm
the back
guessing
of
a
my
lot of
head.
shit, so I'm like,
Fine.
figure it out, figure it out.
that's how
I
the
can
rest
do
of the
it. I
videos
can do
are.
this.
You got the secondary light right
Sorry.
over here.
Nice.
Secondary spotlight.
Oh.
It's my own spotlight.
Go higher. Whatever. At least we're fine for right now.
This side, so now let's see my password.
Over
How to be smart. There we go.
What you should eventually do is just like get a little thing that you can mount it to the corner up there.
Oh yeah, no, I there's various plans and plots. Yeah.
Plots within plots within
So I'll just
plots.
put it on the side. That's all I'm doing.
It's fine. All right. So, let's see.
Although I can't do an Asian squat because I can't put my heels down.
We've been gone for a
I
while
have to
When
like,
you were, yeah,
oh, I
but
can.
I,
from online.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yes.
Oh yeah, from online.
You gotta,
It's been quite some time, guys.
So for those of you who follow ourselves on social media, saw that I made a post as much.
Did you?
And, yes.
you gotta entice
Great to
back.
see. I really love how engaged you are.
I looked.
Thank you,
I looked-
audience.
I looked at the
Oh,
Instagram
Yeah.
stuff,
Well,
and there wasn't
the
anything.
viewers.
We'll give you some extra
Instagram.
perks.
I posted 2 things on Instagram.
But it didn't say anything about the game.
The second one, that's fucking
The audience will get enticed back. They get a little bit of Tony's midriff earlier. Quick, Jaren, talk about Tony's table length again.
Exceptionally long.
It extends and shrinks.
Surprisingly so.
Well, let's downplay the shrinking part. Let's just say that it has a certain length and then can get longer or return to the same length.
That's right.
All about-
Surprisingly,
What?
So very.
It all really depends on temperature out, really.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, no.
What
it's,
is it?
it's real. It's real sturdy.
We're talking about going out in the pool.
Yeah, just real sturdy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's starting to creak actually. Because
It's 8 o'clock. Sorry.
I'll
why
turn
it's
that
starting to
off.
All right, now we can get real raunchy, guys.
to be honest, my wife keeps leaning
Kids
on
have
it
gone to
real
bed.
hard, and so it's making it a little stiff when you try and yank on it.
That's what I said.
It's yeah. I mean,
I don't lean on it that far.
I
You got.
I only blame you because you sit at this end typically, but
Wow.
Do you want
usually
me to go sit over there in the
but
other
usually it's
spot?
pushed.
I can sit in Bella's spot.
Usually it's pushed all the way in
Yeah.
when you're there, so it's I don't honestly think it's all your fault.
You got to angle it right.
This is this conversation out of context would be interesting.
No, and that's
that's the
exactly the
whole-
content that our
Didn't
viewer
you miss
singular.
us?
Hi, Rabbit.
Oh, one of them.
Actually, yeah. Does she know we're on tonight?
Yeah, we're probably
Oh,
twiddling.
Oh.
oh. Oh, so we're on in the
Nice.
background. Nice. Like
Okay.
X-Files. Yeah.
We're
When I
great
was
for
dating
mood.
Frankie, the
by
thing
the
on
way.
the background all the time was fucking
Yeah.
friends.
Ew.
Yeah,
Gross.
constant
You know, that
friends.
was weird because I was like, we're like
Well,
friends, but no,
friends.
that'd be distracting. That'd be distracting because you actually start
You're
watching
right. I'm
Friends.
sorry. It wasn't friends. It was friends.
I just
What?
remember about Zach.
Frankie couldn't say his ours.
Oh, you really?
He was Frankie.
They're second balls.
And,
Heck yeah.
and my mom was Bowie.
Oh god.
In the beginning, I was like, this is the closest to an accent I'm ever going to fucking get, so.
Dramatically
Happy
less sexy than
blessings.
I
And I try to get all this smack talking about real people out of the way.
No, he deserves it.
Okay. No, that's fine.
I'm
No.
sure he's very happy.
I know these conversations
You
are
mean very
unbelievably sexy, so
Very happy.
I'm not gonna apologize if it causes tempers to flare and things to get out of control.
But aside from the prodigious length and color of my table,
It's a pretty girthy.
It is nice and straight too.
I-
That's nice. It
I-
doesn't curve off to
I
one
take
side.
great pride in my table.
It doesn't have like a cornered
It's
edge.
not- It's not fancy, you know. It's not one of those ridiculous like.
I get the job
emissaries,
done.
but and my wife helps a lot. She was like, "We should. This is the table I like." And I was like, "You know what? You're right." Anyway,
Yeah, that was part of the vows, right?
no, the cat was involved in the vows.
Okay.
But no, the table's for us. The table's for us. We didn't need to talk about it. Right? Anyway, y'all,
What's happening?
We're
y'all
hungry.
like in gamer right now because I kind of blacked out. For a second. I
Convenience.
don't know where I am anymore.
It just takes an audience
Yes.
of one person for us to
Talk
go
about
off the
it.
rails.
Yeah, you mean each other?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. There's at least 7 or 8.
Do you need? I don't know how I could help you, but I would love to try.
You very tenderly
I'm
just
already
put
married
your
to her,
arm
honey.
around
It's
the
okay.
shirt.
So you and I know about what is
It's the
happening
same.
right now. We are
That's
traveling
what she
towards Kansas because shit is on fire.
Yeah,
we're going to
we got a prior warning to
She
go
knows what's
hide.
up.
Yeah.
To go
She
hide.
remembers.
Kansas City.
And then we're like, we at least got one more
City,
day, and then we didn't.
I made a friend. His name is Pericles.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
Yeah, well,
recruited.
in my notes it says Bill picked up a dude. I'm like,
No.
that's
Literally or figuratively.
Well, we legit started playing Oregon Trail last
Yeah.
time because we need supplies, we need dudes.
So Benjamin stayed behind though, right? We didn't
Yeah.
bring him
also
with us.
I'm very
No, we got-
hungry.
Chet, Patty, George, and Joseph, not Joe.
I made a gender
And I
fluid
have-
person feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's right.
Who was
That's
the
right.
gender?
The person I stepped off the
Yeah, but what was
Yeah.
their name?
To clarify,
Patty.
she's not fluid. She's trying to hide her gender.
Right.
She is a she. She's
So what were those
pretending to
names
be a
again?
he so
Yeah.
that she can have work.
Wait, which one was that? Was that
Patty.
Patty? That was
Patty.
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 Okay.
Because is it Patty or Patty? And
Right.
you're like,
Patty.
yes.
I spelled it Patty,
Well, it depends.
the
You know,
Irish,
'cause
like
she's
the derogatory term for an Irish person.
right.
So I made her wildly uncomfortable.
There's Chet,
Chat. My
Patty.
bully very chatty.
George,
And if anyone takes
and it
note
says, I wrote down
of the names,
Court Shout? Kurt Shout? What
Chet,
does that say?
Oh, it's ghoul. It's a code ghoul. George is already ghoul.
Oh, it's a G. Okay. Can't read my own writing. George is a court ghoul.
it's a court chat.
It
Shout.
looks like Shout. I don't know
It
how.
does, it does sort of look like Shadow.
I don't know how I managed to
Because
write
your
it that way.
G gave up
Well,
at the
I don't,
end.
I don't always close my G's,
That's
so
what
it
I
just
meant.
looks like an S on a different line of the rest of
Right.
the.
It has the droop.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then Joseph, but don't call him Joe.
There's
Okay.
Harry on here somewhere.
Yeah, that's Pericles.
That's Pericles. Okay.
We can call him Perry.
Because he goes by Perry, but
His name is Perry.
his mama had that book learning.
The last note I have on my page is shit's on fire, yo. Make proper escape tunnels next time.
That's funny. I also have shits on fire! Exclamation point.
Mine says we get ready to head out to Kansas next night. I'm very hungry.
Mine
that's why-
says St.
I'm not
Louis
hungry.
burned down.
That's
We
why we
barely made
recruited
it
more
out.
dudes.
I'm well fed.
That's good.
We recruited
Impossible
dudes
start
because we
with-
were just like,
Oh, that's right.
We need
I made it rain so that we
Yeah.
could go get.
I haven't eaten anything for a
well, we need
while.
food, and our food
Yeah, I
doesn't come
arranged
with
it
Up
gifts.
there, I really
So-
want to move the camera now. To be
No, I'll
like,
be there.
No, I know, but this is more entertaining.
Now I'm the ghost.
Yeah.
The disembodied voice of Lisa.
Eh.
Yeah,
And
that's
the
right.
thing
Just
told us
put your hand out
to
where
go
my
find
seat
history.
is and do this. Like talk for me.
I do want to do Muppets at some point. That would be-
Where everybody's a Muppet.
No.
Why don't I put the
I have-
little one on?
I
Like
have-
Lisa right now.
Oh yeah,
She's shaking right now.
absolutely.
The demon is taking my place at the table tonight.
That's right.
I have an idea for Muppets on a YouTube channel,
Of course
which I
you
will
do.
I will not disclose more on this current.
Because you don't want people to steal your idea.
Exactly.
You hear that, audience?
Is it a
Don't
rock
fucking
opera
steal
about
Tony's
Dracula?
idea.
Because
No,
unfortunately, that's
no, I
already
know
been
that
done.
that's been taken. I'm
Don't
trying to ride
plagiarize,
that
else you will
zeitgeist.
be
I'm
hit by
trying
the
to cash in
nerd
on that
mafia.
Muppet Dracula money.
Back in the day when chat roulette was still a thing, me and Steven used to
Steven.
go on
Yes.
because he had all his puppets.
Yes. Yes.
So we would
So
put on like random music in the background, and we would each have a puppet. We would like lip sync to the music, and everybody like there would be dudes that were like trying to whack it. They'd be like,
Right.
"What the fuck? Like, what is this?" And some of them would just start laughing. There'd be girls that were like trying to be cute, and then they'd be like,
The problem
Yeah.
is when you get the guy who's trying to beat it, and then he's like gets really excited.
"No, yeah, that's when you just you just go for it." Then you're like, "No, I'm gonna help you, bro."
Yeah, you
See,
totally,
maybe it's
totally ruin it. It's
Oh,
great.
shit.
just based on the number of people who were
That's what
beating it
chat
during
roulette is
those days. Like you probably contributed to a discovery for at least a fraction of these dudes.
No.
Oh, you mean like they figured out they're sexually attracted to Muppets? Like,
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that
So
sounds.
with this guy is like, well, I didn't lose
I
my
worked
erection.
Yeah, yeah, just slows down for a minute and then picks back up.
They
Oh,
can,
I
never,
know.
they can never watch Sesame Street again.
No,
At
yeah,
least not in the presence of anybody
Right.
else.
And then
I knew
frantically
someone-
opens more tabs and it's
I
like, is
worked
this a
with
thing? There's
someone
gotta be a
who was
thing.
in
Oh yeah, no, it's
That's
absolutely.
When I was at Build-A-Bear.
You know what? That
This reminds me of when I found
Something I'm
out
afraid you
that
can get
some
to one of
people
those
take
bears.
resin figures and come
Oh,
on
yeah, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
take pictures and share them.
Oh,
That's-
yeah,
that
well,
doesn't
that,
surprise
Yeah,
me
that
at
doesn't
all.
surprise me.
that sort of seems like a thing to me. Like,
I mean,
that doesn't seem weird.
I wasn't saying it was weird. It was just
I mean,
the
it-
feeling I had when
Yeah,
I found
it
this
is,
out.
it is.
Right?
It's like, I know this now.
When you're inspired by art, you really.
there are worse things they could be coming on.
No,
It's an inanimate object.
Yeah. And it is a sexualized thing that
Yeah.
typically, like
Yeah.
right, that's typically like the anime figures.
Yep.
Yeah.
I knew exactly.
Tits everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would.
Well,
but
you get.
Mm.
No, so they were.
I think we walked right into that one.
The problem is that they were Funko Pop figures.
They
so-
usually.
Nice.
Oh no!
Head is so cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then they're not mint anymore.
Yeah, oh.
Make me sound
No,
cry.
they just do it on the box.
Oh,
John.
It's just on the box. Just on the box. You gotta keep
That
it in the
was
box because otherwise.
Cellophane. Yeah.
that was amazing.
Ew.
All right.
You'll
I'm
always
crying.
be
It's,
pristine.
it's happy cheers.
Okay.
So who are we murdering tonight?
No.
Each other, apparently.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I
Before the night is
literally-
over, I'm gonna kill you all.
we're committing manslaughter on ourselves.
Yeah.
I basically woke up and I was like, Max, Dad, I'm hungry.
Can you
We recruited people. I recruited. Well,
Oh, man.
we contributed to recruiting food.
No, they are not a man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They just don't know
What
it
is a
yet.
man?
We're gonna have to have.
Well,
a
there's the
talk about-
conundrum.
Miserable pile
Oh,
of
see,
secrets.
and that's the shit. That's what the game's about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And I talked to George because I was like, so these guys are getting recruited to be food for us, but they don't know this yet. So I'm gonna need your help since you're already part of this. I'm gonna need your help to break the news to them.
Oh Lord.
I'm not sure how
We've
good
watched a
Tasha
couple
is at
episodes of
keeping
what
the
they do in the
masquerade.
shadows.
Was so good.
And I knew saying that would trigger it, but I don't care. It's really good. Apparently,
What?
Brevin and Lisa binged it already, and
There's only 2 episodes.
No, I didn't binge it. It's just.
So
there's
the
only
only
one.
Duel of
There's
the
only
Shadows
2 episodes?
I haven't
is,
watched anything that
Thank God, I'm
German.
almost
Yeah,
caught
because
up.
it's on TBS. It's on like actual regular
Yeah.
TV.
I will watch anything that Germaine
So,
and or Brett.
What We
are
Do in the
in.
Shadows
Yeah.
is a new
Oh, Brandon's a writer,
series about
producer. He's not actually
vampires,
in it.
right? And so there's 3 vampires that are your classic blood sucking, where you were born in like the 1800s vampires. There's one vampire, Colin. He lives in this manor with them. He's an energy vampire. He's like, I'm like a psychic attack energy vampire.
So like a white court?
Yes.
Yes. So he gets to this thing.
They go to a city council meeting.
Yes. Yes. They go
Also, Piercy would do that.
So his whole thing is that he sucks people's energy, but his
Boredom or anger.
yeah, like are the two things he'll either talk to you and like literally just bore you to death. Like you're just like he'll just go on and on about stuff, which is what he does at the city council meetings. He's like, I would like to talk about ordinance, blah blah blah. And he has like a stack of note cards this thick, or incites anger. They get to this one portion where like chaos erupts in the court scene, and the way he feeds is he just opens his mouth really wide, is just like. And so I'm looking at this and we're watching this, and I'm like, oh my god.
And the rest of the action is the other three because they're the ones who started the chaos. Meanwhile, he's there just like, just in the background.
And I was just all like, this is what Sally's character did.
Yep,
And then I just had like flashbacks to the campaign, like anytime when she's like, I'm gonna go feed, and then it was just like this idea of your character just being like at the
Metal
soccer
babe.
moms and be like,
Yep.
oh, I was dying.
At some
Dying.
It is totally canon.
just at
I
some metal
accept it.
concert looking like a salmon.
Yes,
Yeah.
going upstream. Oh my god, I laughed so hard.
So yes, if you get a chance to get on that ish, it is
You
solid.
can, if you go to
And spoilers, there are LARPers.
Yes.
Galapagos.
Like
Oh,
it was all I could do to control myself from exclaiming that because I didn't want to miss anything. So
I fully expected you to jump off of your seat.
Oh, I
Have you guys seen the movie?
no, we
No.
still need to see the movie.
Not
Well,
yet.
have any of
Have
you
you guys
seen the
seen the
movie?
movie? Okay, yeah, because it's based off the movie. That's fine.
Yes.
I need to see the movie.
So good, yeah, that's great.
Which again, I got to there because of Flight of the Conchord.
Yes,
because I
which
will
is
watch
Amanda's
anything
thing
these
too.
guys are part of it.
Yeah.
Steve told you that.
We're werewolves, not swearwolves. That's my favorite. It's just I fucking love Bruce Darby so much.
Werewolves. Creatures of, what is it? Creatures possessed by the spirit of inquiry and bloodlust. That's from Adventure Time. That's not here.
No, it's
Be great until we get devoured by the cosmic owl.
yeah. That Cosmic Owl, he's out for you.
I binged the entire second season of Sabrina.
Oh,
The new one.
Mm-hmm.
How do you like it? I'm feeling like really weird about it. And I didn't know if I wanted to watch it.
It's
Do
I
you have
find
to
it-
throw all of Melissa Joan Hart out the window?
yeah, no, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing like that. They lean really heavily on the Puritan idea of witches, where it's like
Okay.
you write your name in the devil's book and they all worship Satan and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But
Sabrina?
yeah, Sabrina. But in a way that isn't too like they're not inherently evil because they worship Satan. So it's nice. It's weird.
They go a little too far on the punnage though, like, oh, praise Satan.
Oh yeah, like
No.
oh yeah,
Like, so everything, like,
everything is opposite. So like when one's getting married, she has a maid of dishonor,
yeah.
and like instead of it being like what the hell, it's what the heaven because opposites.
Yeah.
Well, considering the
The
source material, that
dishonorable
kinda makes
judge,
sense.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Everything's
oh,
like
your,
that.
your dishonor and stuff like that. Yeah,
That's fair.
but I mean it's
Yeah, that's-
based on an actual graphic novel.
Yeah.
Where they made Sabrina all creepy, but it goes not as much in season 1, but still kind of. But season 2 goes from 0 to 60 like real fast. Like it's like remember how shit happened last season? Well, now even more shit's happening, and it's happening now. And you're like, okay.
Probably because the writers realized it was going to be a binge watch situation.
Yeah.
Well, my problem with the first one was like, it was almost like they were like, we need token like LGBT people. Go, hit everybody up. We need one of everybody, and
What a wish. They needed the
and
taste
it
of
was,
shoehorned
but, and
in.
it was just like, okay, we need a black girl on her thing, and we need this girl who might want to be a boy, but maybe not. We don't know. And then we need this person, and like it was almost like they hit one of every social justice issue,
Yeah.
and they were like, one of everybody, hit it, go.
Which in season 1 I would agree with that. In season 2 they're a little bit more like, okay, this is just how people are.
Yeah,
so-
it should be nicely blended, not like
Yeah.
spotlight, do it, go. All right, look
Yeah.
guys, we did it. It's everything. It's cool.
Give it
Because
Yeah, it felt forced, and I'm like, no, they should
But
be
no,
here,
it's in
but not
season
like
2,
this.
since everybody's already established, like, this is your bi person, and this is your possibly trans person, and this is your this person. Like,
Yeah.
they don't feel the need to be like,
Super like, hey guys, look at this.
yeah.
Because that's what really bugs me about stuff like that. Is like, no,
Yeah.
you should have them, but don't be like that about it.
No, they're better about it, I think, in season 2. Although the trans character has like a slightly unrealistic, like, good job for trying, but I feel like it's not really what it's like. You know?
Well, did they actually get a trans actor?
Yes, they did. That one I will give them
That-
Credit.
That's further than most people go.
Spooky show talks. Caller, you're on. All right. Sorry, I derailed with the thing, but it
I
was good.
mean,
No,
yeah,
that's
Okay. All right.
it happened.
Yes. So, as you all recall by now, you are setting off once more on the trail at first night to make your way to Kansas City as the embers of St. Louis flicker behind you.
We procured fucking extra axles.
Yes,
We're
lots
not
of
gonna get
axles,
Fucks with that.
many bullets so that we can hunt bison.
Yeah.
Told my coworkers that you guys were fucking joking about it, and then I told you guys you hit a
Right,
river
right.
and had to figure out how to afford it, and they were like, "Oh, fuck you!"
Yeah, fuck that hard.
Oh man.
Well, where my head went the whole time was this plus like fucking Lonesome Dove, and it's like there's fucking snakes in this river. We're gonna die in here.
Shit.
Fuck that.
On the plus side, we
Thanks,
got the
John. Snakes in river.
way.
All right,
Do
then.
not.
There's a snake in
Gus, come help us, Gus.
Someone's poisoned the
water
water.
hole. Well, that would be unfortunate, now, wouldn't it? Poison water hole.
Rule 1: don't give the DM idea.
That's right. Put duck in dungeon. All right. Yeah. So you guys, your 5-part wagon / stagecoach mess wagon train pull out into the night when no one else would be traveling, and it's been said out loud by a few of the people you've hired that this is a very strange situation, but none of them are like upset about it. They're just
As the town being on fire is also a strange situation.
they like that's fair, but none of them are sure what that has to do with why you guys aren't leaving at first light like any like a bunch of other people have done. Like there is a somewhat steady stream of people just flowing out from the city. Like
Sure.
apparently there's a lot of traffic up and down the river, north, south, and west along with you.
That's some calamity shit right now.
Yeah, no, it did have a very end of days situation. Rumor has it that it's coming back under control, but it's still a
I don't want to go
huge-
back there.
No, there's
Screw that place.
I'm not gonna stick around to find
it
out.
was incredible. Yeah, that's just what some of the humans have heard through the day, and I believe George hasn't really heard anything else from Benjamin or about the court as
So, like, which like of the humans is awake?
I forget who you put on night and day shift.
Did we decide that?
I don't know that we actually decided.
I definitely
I
don't
put
think-
Chet in charge of the day shift.
Yeah, Chet and George I think are swapping off as your heads.
No,
These
well,
ones
I
are justice.
Nice.
well, I am definitely like
Have a pupusa.
I am hungry.
Yes. Pass on down.
I don't really care anymore who I'm going to bite.
All
That's
of
where
these-
this is at.
All of these guys gotta get rolled at some point. So
That's
pick
like-
one.
I thought he would.
Okay.
So are we gonna explain anything to them, or
Pass
are
that
we
down
just
quick.
I'm just curious, like how does
So-
Well, we sort of have
Tasha
to.
don't care. Tasha's hungry.
Oh, we had a spare. Cool.
this spare?
Yeah.
Because you put mine on a plate. and you brought it,
Oh,
like,
okay.
Oh,
Taking that away.
Well, I thought I was.
You brought it up to
Let's-
place.
Well, we'll see if she
I
comes
don't
to
know,
me or to you next.
Yeah.
time.
I have no idea.
Special.
I can wait. It's fine. So we'll see.
Here you go.
All right.
It's just your guys' have like you're in the middle, so it's funny.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Use my thumb.
Uh,
Pass the spatula.
Petula.
That's what Amanda says.
But yes, you know, as any other vampire
Oh, look, you're gonna get me
survivors,
some now.
if there were any, you know, would also be
Pass you just spatula.
would almost
Thank you.
definitely be inactive in whatever refuge they found during the day. There's no new news to report, and is not surprising. Benjamin,
Look at
of course,
me.
knows that you guys are headed off
Fucking
to
perfect.
Kansas City
Oh,
for
I'm so happy.
sanctuary and for aid if possible, and we'll send word
What kind are these?
if anything.
They all have beans and cheese in them. And Jess's have beans and cheese.
Question mark?
So the fixins will help buff it out.
I don't think these two need too much buffing.
No, right? Yeah.
So what is over there?
Coleslaw? No.
Some sort of slaw.
Guacamole.
He had like a word for it, but I can't pronounce it.
Guacamole and salsa and the Mexican
Right.
stuff.
I would like some guac and sour cream.
I'm interested in the mango
Sorry,
salsa.
it's
As
okay.
long as we
It
get
is.
past that.
Thank
I
you for the
keep
sacrifice.
dipping in it.
Wait, what?
That's pretty glorious.
So I put some of that too, but I will do this first. Yeah.
I made like one giant jar and then like another like medium sized jar of this. So there's lots of this.
Well, that sauce stuff is really
Thank
good.
you.
Thanks.
Find a hole for that.
It's a. They're supposed to be Salvadorian,
Yeah.
and it's a thing that usually comes with them.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, like I said, he had a name for it, but I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Well, it's very vinegary, so I'm pretty known
it's
for it.
not Mexican, so I don't know what it's called.
So I can
Same.
for what else?
Yeah.
So does anybody?
Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
just leave it here in
please.
the middle. Oh, Tony doesn't have it. There you go.
Oh
like,
yeah.
like I said, there's like a whole other jar, so if I need to refill that, let me know.
Yeah, you're
It's good.
Well, we'll see. If anyone wants more, then probably.
No, Jess, don't die. We like you.
No,
love
Jess.
you.
So, how long do we think the trip to KC is probably going to take?
About 1/3 longer than your previous. Oh no, the exact about the same as your previous journey. Maybe an extra day or two, as you're in a slightly less situated, organized train, and you're headed all the way to Kansas City,
so then
whereas you
stop
stopped
it.
at Independence, which was
Yeah.
which is
hard work was worth it.
It's not blowing away.
it's technically its own town, but not too far off.
It's a suburb.
Yeah,
Right.
effectively.
It inhaled a little too hard on the vinegar.
Oh, sorry.
And I was like, oh.
I may have gotten a little happy with the vinegar, so it's probably not your fault.
Yeah, it'll clear out your sinuses.
I drank
Oh.
vinegar when I was a kid. At some point.
I wasn't a kid.
I'm also interested
I mean, that
in
explains a lot of
guacamole
shit.
and creme fraiche, please.
But
It's
we
not creme
we
fraiche.
put this
Oh,
shit
sorry.
on fries.
Grandma, thank you.
Where I'm from, we put vinegar on French fries, right?
Yeah,
And there was some at the bottom of my bowl. And I was
I
like,
can't waste that shit.
I love vinegar. And
Yeah.
I just
Sorry, you got it.
swigged
Oh,
it.
you're good.
And
Yeah,
it was
yeah, I was like, you're welcome.
Intense.
stomach pains for 2 days.
Hey man,
'Cause
drinking
malt
vinegar
vinegar
is
is
like
You're
not-
a,
basically just swigging acid.
drinking vinegar is like a thing nowadays for hipsters, which is like I don't really know why.
Well, honestly, if you die fast enough.
I understand why you would, but it's a bad idea.
Right?
So like, who can I eat? I'm just eating
Well,
whoever.
you can't. I have claim on Perry. I'm gonna punch that guy in the neck.
Welcome to
Great.
Nerd Mukbang. Call you're on.
I mean,
All of those guys,
quite honestly, I will go to whoever the first one is I see.
all of those guys need to get the talk sooner or later.
Do you
so,
think I'm talking right now?
So
I mean,
I've collected
All right.
Chet, Patty, and Joseph, not Joe.
Right.
So I kind of lay a slight claim to at least Patty.
Who
and then
was
Perry is Bill's dude.
Yeah.
So that's what, 6?
I'll probably feed
7?
off Chet because he's
And then I have Jean Pierre and Chloe. But I
Chet
don't
is
feed
a-
off that bitch. Not anymore.
Chet is a healthy frontiersman.
Yeah, he's
so.
a grizzly man. He's a
Yeah.
good, he's a good looking fucker.
this is part of my trouble because Tasha's like, I don't understand how
Roll a
to
D10.
on things.
Right.
Well,
Tell me what you get.
5.
Let's see here.
Who's fronting
The
right now
first,
for you?
the first
Polly?
thing that isn't a vampire that you encounter is
I am
Bertram,
currently Tasha. Oh.
He tastes stale.
and he goes,
I mean, you can eat from Bertram if you want to, but he's got some of my blood in him.
He tastes fine.
I don't know if she
I don't think I care right now.
or no.
Sorry, who's fronting?
Tasha.
Huh?
Tasha.
Tasha, thank you.
Oh my God, that's right, because you're watching that woman. Got it. I was like, fronting. Oh my God, that's what it's called. That's a cool term. Why does she know that term? Oh, because she's a segment. No, it's because she's watching a YouTuber who has several. Got it. I'm all caught up. Thank you. So yeah, see you.
For what it's worth,
And I think you all understood that. So ha.
for what it's worth, Fred
Previously on
is
the
fine
Jason
with you
show.
feeding off of Bertram, but just be careful because Bertram gives very, very strong hugs.
He really likes
he's
rabbits.
Eventually, when I set him up, because ghouls generally get a point of potence, so he's gonna have a point of potence,
Mhm.
which means he gives very strong hugs if you're not.
He's
careful.
like Elmira.
So, like,
Yeah.
Abe would be like, well, that wouldn't have been my choice, but I mean,
How about man?
that's
French.
it would do a job.
I mean, I'll
What's
do
the
it.
word that he will learn?
Foot.
It was foot.
Oh, foot. Foot. That's what it was.
Because he's a thing. Because it's a thing he likes. So
I'm gonna go for George because I don't have to explain anything to him.
I imagine we'll probably stop in Independence because it's on the way. So if that's going to take us 14 days, then I'll eat. But I don't think I can hold off.
Well, Independence is like right outside Kansas City, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's basically most of the way there.
I still
But it's still not going to take us,
14 days.
yeah, because it took us, what, like 3 days?
I
5-ish?
I sort of screen wiped a few times because I don't actually know how long that journey should take. I was like, so I sort of just noseblood it.
Mhm.
But
Some nerd will call us out on it.
oh, I expect it. Like I think this nerd's about to call us out on it. So
Hey man, I'm just looking it up.
Don't bring my immersion.
but that may or may not. I may or may not care. So that's the thing too.
Not Independence High School. That is that is 2,000 miles away.
You have to write Independence, Missouri. I went to
Abe will feed off Chet and will, I think, start to try to make Chet the inside man.
It is 240 miles to get from St. Louis to Independence.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's actually
by
not
by
terribly
horse,
I dig that.
by horse that should only take us.
Abe and Chet.
Or sorry, by carriage
Yeah,
it should only
that's
take
right.
a few days.
I like it.
Well, in this universe, it's a lot farther
Couple of cute
Okay.
bears.
as that sort of
Yeah, that's right.
diffuses
faces.
the journey y'all went on.
Oh, your
That's
skin
for
is like
that
tree
thing.
bark.
But no, it's
Just like back home.
shouldn't be.
Now put a spigot in it to drink your syrup.
Megan.
This
Not
is
far.
like, yeah, I'm into it.
That's some Canadian YOI for you at home.
I can
Quality.
say it with a French accent. That's great. Well done.
Oh yeah, there you go.
These are really tasty.
Thanks. I figured it out.
Yeah, very
Good.
Although I,
Demi thick is the right kind of thick for these.
yeah,
Chet is very
Justice came
conflicted
out,
by
and
how the kiss makes him
somewhere
feel.
along the way, I got thicker.
Maybe we were just getting impatient.
Probably.
Um,
I was right.
Is everybody just gonna think you're gay now? I mean, what's going on here?
Don't break my Oregon Trail and Brokeback Mountain.
Fan fiction? Is that what this is now? This is straight up.
It's all fan fiction. It's all canon, buddy.
Brokeback Oregon Trail.
Did you ever read The Babysitter's Club growing up?
I read the Babysitter's Little Sisters.
I had a full dream where I wrote a fanfic about them as grown-ups and like what it was all about.
That is very specific.
It was.
They were probably all depressed and drinking like booze and quaaludes.
I mean, Claudia was probably. Claudia was the one that liked to dance, which was the one. Chrissy was the one that had diabetes.
I didn't even know that was.
No,
I know.
she didn't have
yeah.
diabetes.
No, one of them had diabetes.
Yeah, but it wasn't
That
Stacy.
got real
Stacy.
as fuck.
Stacy had
It was Stacy had diabetes.
Claudia was the one that was like half
I know I
Asian.
read
Yeah,
these
that was
They
the
had like
artist.
the wise Asian grandmother
Mm-hmm.
that they would always go to for advice.
Mhm.
And of course, the old Asian lady knows.
That's right.
Mhm.
She's
It
got a
was-
T for that.
It was written
It
by
was
white
about
people.
Marianne.
Almost
Yeah.
as magical as
Came home.
the old black person.
Marianne had the glasses, right?
It's that,
He was
it's
a
that
nerd and she
mystical
was like his
wisdom
first
from the
boyfriend,
Orient.
Logan.
Yeah.
I will try this situation.
She comes home
Which,
back to
please, thank you.
Connecticut because she's gotten a
Actually, here,
divorce.
let me.
And for whatever
About half.
reason,
Please, thanks.
they like are
Oh, yeah.
also.
Because
I didn't get to the part like how everyone else arrives. But, like, Christy definitely became a lesbian.
That makes sense.
And then
For real reals.
What was the black girl who likes to dance?
Jesse.
Jessie, that's right.
Which one of them died of a heroin overdose? Because obviously that's coming somewhere in there.
I'm gonna go with probably Stacy.
I've never read
She's
the
used to
book, so I
me.
have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
so real.
Well, in the movie, she like
That's part of the downfall.
well, like there was like a through line in the books of her like trying so hard to be like a normal person and going into like diabetic shock constantly
Yeah.
because she would like gorge on sweets.
Seems like a bad way to live your life if you're that.
Yeah. Well, she's
Yeah,
like,
also like,
That was the
what are you
lesson.
teaching kids?
well, it was always framed as like a make sure you take care of yourself, and if you've got this problem, like
Yeah.
you know.
If you go to diabetic shock like 20 times in a single year, it's probably bad for you.
we're babysitters who need babysitters. Caller, you're on.
Say hello to your
Inception.
So yesterday I cut myself prepping. And
She wasn't upset. It was an accident.
I was, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was.
But like I
You
didn't
made me laugh at
notice
that, Tony. I hate you.
until like way later, and I just had like this big finger of crusted blood, and it was like, oh yeah, cut myself.
I mean,
And
that's on brand.
Yeah. And I just had this like big fillet of my knuckle right here. That was fun. And I'm like, I don't know how this happened, but I did it. And so this
Didn't
morning,
change the flavor of the chili. So
no, it's fine, guys. Yeah, well, it was while I was making dinner.
Did you say you had a fillet of your finger?
No, that yeah.
Is that the things that I heard? Because it's very interesting.
apparently it's back like some McRib.
This is amazing.
So
No, it's
this morning
really not.
I had a dream that when I got up in the morning, my whole hand was shredded. And I was like, God damn it! How? How did I do this? And then like I woke up and I was like, blah blah blah, we're fine.
Is a shamrock shake made with real Irishman?
With Roshan.
Ah, all right.
Okay, let's play it because
Yeah.
it's like
So like, how
Sorry.
did
Never
it back?
happened.
And also, do I is something weird now that I drank some of?
Oh, if you chomp into a Bertram, no. How much blood do you
I'm not
try
11.
to get back?
You're down 11?
Are you going to try and really tap into him? Because he's actually got a decent pool, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I haven't said him out yet, but he's super Gould, so
Yeah, he's.
Can I roll self-control to see how well I do?
All right, sorry, I forget also who is fronting.
Tasha.
Tasha.
And she's the little girl who doesn't give a shit about anything. She's just.
Yeah, she's hungry. She wants it.
Okay. So
how much space? How much
Yeah.
blood pool space do you actually have?
11.
30.
Oh yeah, no, she's an old one, or she's up there. So yes, please roll me a self-control.
If you kill Bertram, I'm going to be very
All right,
upset.
what's your humanity score? You're
5.
humanity, right?
Yes, 5.
Right. So And out of 30, you're down how many? 11?
You're down 11. Yeah.
Give me. How many do you think she would think is fair?
Okay. Well,
Like if she
that-
wasn't angry.
If she wasn't hangry, about 6 maybe.
That's a lot, but okay. All right.
It is a lot, but I mean,
Yeah.
you're asking a
a
mentally like
child.
6-year-old
Yeah.
what they think is fair.
All right. Yeah, give me that
6,
self.
one for each year.
Give me that self-control roll, and let's call it a difficulty 7.
Nope, none.
All
Not
right then.
botched though, just 0.
Okay. Roll 2d10.
I'm gonna take the bottle away.
What's the two numbers combined?
Uh-oh. 19.
Oh Jesus! All right. So let's see here. And you don't have any stats for Bertram yet.
No, like I said, I was going by basic ghoul stats. He would like I was going to go by just normal ghoul stats for the book here, and assume that he probably had a point of potence.
All right.
Based on because he's built to be strong and not.
Yeah, but
So-
like normal goal stats like 15, isn't it?
For a typical, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like most humans have 10, and then
Yeah.
ghouls sort of bump up
But
to
he's
15.
like, yeah,
But he's
but he's an extra pump.
he's got a bunch. So we'll, don't worry. This shouldn't put him down. I'm just going to see how where it goes.
I'm like, he's just fucking anemic.
I mean, it won't put him down, but we'll see. We'll see where. So roll me 7 dice. Difficulty 6.
Also, I feel like at some point, because I'm like latching on, like someone's gonna notice.
And so
Yeah.
and this is Bert's self-preservation kicking in.
Okay.
Also, maybe me seeing you.
Go ahead and also roll.
I haven't heard the word French in 2 minutes.
That's right. Go ahead and
Something's
roll.
up.
Go ahead and roll. Strength plus brawl,
Just came out pretty good
Okay.
with the
What do I need to do?
and I'm gonna give you difficulty 10 minus your self-control.
Minus my self-control. Okay, so that's still 7. I actually rolled a 7, an 8, and a 10. And another 7, so 4.
How many?
I don't know what the difficulty was.
So it
So
was 6.
6. Okay, so that gets rid of that. So 1, 2. Reroll that guy. 3. So 3 successes.
All right. So he starts blacking out.
Although he did, again, if he has a strength point of potency,
A
he
5.
can get. What's that?
Yeah, he gets an auto success for strength. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So he starts blacking out and realizes that's not a good thing, and he starts trying to peel you off, and he's like, "Frah, frah, frah." And yes, so the rest of you would probably see this and realize that she's Shadow of the Colossus to Bertram. And
I come like I
Don't
immediately
hit his
come over
weak
with my
spot.
cane.
No.
I immediately come over with my cane and I whack her on the nose. No.
So you manage. So you manage 9 blood points.
Oh God.
And Bert sort of just passes out.
Oh.
And then
Just went-
I sit on the ground.
The next time. You want to-
Blood.
Yeah. The next time you stops it crying.
Lose a blood point.
Yeah. Stops it crying
Because you
I do
use
not
it.
want you wasting the blood you just took from my. The next time you wish to feed off of Bertram, ask me first, and we will set up a time and a place so that you will not do this again. Now I will have to take care of Bertram extra hard.
Oh, can I help?
No, you cannot.
You helped enough.
You cannot be trusted at this point, but in a little bit,
You're like on the dirt, like on your butt, balling, right?
then Bertram,
I may take it.
then Bertram wakes back up after I have healed him and taken care of his wounds here.
Genghis comes back over and Genghis comes, right? Genghis?
Attila.
Oh, sorry, Attila. He's
Wrong
licking your
conqueror.
tear.
We're
He's
getting
licking your
good.
face.
The
Like-
Hun, not the
Yeah,
Khan.
sorry. Attila's licking your face while this is happening.
Yep.
So, like, just totally distracting, undermining his authority.
Once Bertram wakes back up, we will set up time for you can come over and you can apologize for attacking him so carelessly And then
Okay.
we will
You're so
maybe
fucking
talk
cute.
more about
Now.
you being able to feed off of him every so often. But not like this anymore. If I see you do this again, there will be punishments.
Oh, okay. What's happening over here?
Oh,
You see
I'm
Bertram.
really hungry. This is why we can't have nice things.
I healed his.
What if the
initially because she
humans
didn't take
see?
time to
No,
do it.
She wasn't raised with a firm enough hand.
Obviously.
Let's see here.
Which one are you?
I need to give him, like, is he in the point where it's actually I need to give him?
Who the fuck are you
like,
right now?
No, he's fine. He just passed out. Like if you try
Like,
and bring
too
him
much
to, he comes
attention.
to, but he's
Curls
dizzy. You
up.
know, he's all right.
No, that's
I
good.
need a pound.
He's just anemic.
It's okay.
He
You
needs
can-
a cookie and some juice and watch a movie.
Make me a stamina plus. You know what? No, just make me a roll. Make me a humanity roll. Difficulty 8. Or sorry, difficulty 5.
Okay. That's a little better than eight, but-
Very good.
3.
I'm saving room for cheesecake.
You
I
have
think this one a little heavy.
you have this odd thought
But otherwise-
occur to you that
It was
would
good.
be neat
It was a little too
if you were
vinegary.
longer, like your legs, or your
otherwise-
fingers, or your neck, or your
Was
head.
that your first
It's just
try?
sort of
Oh,
a
I
Yeah,
want yours
definitely.
longer.
just sort of a
Awesome
passing
for first try,
fancy.
right?
You're like, that'd be neat. I
Huh.
wonder if there'd be a way I could do
I
that.
was waiting for you to have some residual effects from taking some of my blood in.
I feel like
Yeah. I feel like there should be
Exactly
like,
what
I
it
want to
is.
look at shit.
That's so good. I just want to be longer.
I
can make
hang
that
it
happen.
off of somewhere high that I can
Yeah,
grab.
you're repeatedly dangling
And
from
I'm
the
just
roof of
dangling.
It's
wagon.
your fault.
What? What are you doing there?
That cannot be proven.
I want to be taller.
Now, hang on just a second.
I'm not big enough.
Yeah.
I did not have any part in this. She did this all of her own accord. Now, if she wishes some help, I will be glad to add several feet to her.
Let's
legs.
No.
let's hold off on that.
One of you is enough.
You're
All
not
right.
her mother. She's in there somewhere. We'll talk to her.
And then
Come on.
these two are just
Get
like,
up in there.
What? Why?
You need to do something.
hey, Grandma.
Come and help me.
I'm doing something.
No, come and help me.
Dex plus athletics. Difficulty 7 twice.
Oh, okay. Oh, because I'm doing this while things are moving. 1, 2, 3, jeez. 4, 5, 6.
Did we do this one while we were stopped, or is this just happening while we're
Probably just on the
3.
trail.
No, it was while we were moving.
Yeah, or like as you had gotten started,
Um,
because like
6 and 5.
you are dangling from your fingertips because you want everything to get long. You're like, gravity, be my friend. But you're a small child who's used to jungle gyms and crawling all over everything. So your fingertips are rock solid on these.
Well, nobody's looking.
On
And
these
start
ribs.
stretching her fingers out a little bit.
It is the coolest thing ever. And then Bill is like, that is the worst. Why would you?
Don't touch that.
You may or may not be like, I'll put him back at the end of the night. It's fine. You know, whatever.
Come on. Get down from there.
Vampires can just heal.
And so you and Beard Dad do
I'm
that
mad
back
at
and forth
you.
a couple times.
I'm not mad. I
Just
need your help.
disappointed.
You're gonna come and help me?
I'm not mad. I'm just concerned.
Okay.
Come now.
I come down. I look like I do something
And then
wrong
later that
again.
night, you're right back up there. And
All right.
I have a
You're gonna come and help me carry stuff.
Okay.
wherever
I carry
Bertram
really
is passed
heavy
out at,
things.
though. I have.
What do you wanna carry heavy things for?
It'll make my arms longer.
Why do you want your arms to be longer?
Because they're not long enough.
A point of animalism, so he can talk about.
They're long, plain peanuts. Come on.
you will.
Okay.
Would he have communicated with your other hunting dogs? Most likely.
Actually,
yeah.
put you to work.
Who? Bertram?
Helping to
well,
organize
this
some of the
A
stuff
Bertram,
in the
Yeah, a Bertram, not this Bertram. This Bertram is.
Squishy ice
No,
here.
I'm-
This Bertram is
I would
like
do
I got
work,
him
but
pretty much
then
right
would just
before
stop
I
and be
left
like-
the homeland and came over to America.
I'm gonna go
So
hide.
I would
Arms are
say
fine.
that you can absolutely teach him that.
Come on.
But it will take a month's in-game.
And then you
No,
just
that's
like
so
hurry along
whenever
whatever,
that sort of
and
ticks
follow
over,
along.
you can throw that dot in there.
Okay.
What's in your mind?
Yeah, the trail.
So we're on the trail.
So this sets the tone for the trip, as that's the first night,
You made Fred mad. He'll get over
and
it.
a bunch
Jump
of
here.
And
And
I
a
was
bunch
Chloe,
mean to
you never leave.
I was mean to him, and I have to apologize.
and Chloe's like,
Yeah, you gonna do that?
"Oui, mademoiselle." Like she
Yeah.
probably doesn't want to get attacked by the
That's how I make
child.
things better.
She's already had encounters with whatever this is,
You know, this is not the last time you're gonna
Sorry,
make
yes.
someone mad, right?
Madame.
Yeah.
I think people mad before.
She's actually
There you go.
she's actually
What
part
do
of
you
this
do
crew
to make
that is,
somebody mad?
that is aware of her moods.
There you go.
Yeah.
You work at making it better, right?
Yeah.
So there does
You do
seem
that,
to be
right?
the first time you see her.
So what you got to
at
worry
night-
about?
Coming
at night-
off.
Apparently.
The first time you see her at night is you gauge
Anyway.
who it is,
Uh-huh.
or people ask Abe who's with us this evening, because he's usually the first one around. And if she gets too curious about if she hops off the boxes to go over by the screen door, if someone could either close the door or scooch her back over
I
the
think you're
boxes.
being a little too paranoid about it, honestly. She can't figure out how to open up the bedroom door upstairs.
I mean, yeah, but
I think he's afraid she'll jump at it and knock it out.
No, he's afraid
No,
that
I'm
she'll
afraid
try
she's gonna
to
bat
try
the
to
door
open it,
open.
and I don't think she will.
I don't think she will.
okay.
He's just a protective
I
papa.
don't want to be chasing around for her. Although we could probably get her back fairly easily with treats. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to find out.
If she's a bad cat, you can get her back with treats.
More good malfunctioning.
The
So-
only thing in the entire world that our cat loves
It's fucking
are
Greenies treats.
Greenies tuna flavored treats. She loses her fucking mind. Like you get the bag down, and she's like, "Rah, rah, rah." She's like standing on her hind legs. Like,
Oh my
"Rah,
God.
rah." And it's just like
She likes to sniff people's glasses.
it's like you literally do not give a shit about anything else in existence. Get these one specific. She wouldn't need other treats.
Yeah, just those.
It's these specific treats, and she's like, "No, those are for me."
Cracking them.
So you guys travel a few nights,
Alright.
slowly creating a herd out of everyone you've managed to talk into this trail. And everyone seems to sort of accept it, or at least go along with it, because they realize that you're not killing them, and it's actually quite a lot of fun.
And also not paying them very well.
There's only
Yeah, we got my people.
there's only one or two instances where someone is uneasy about it or doesn't believe it initially, that sort of thing. And
No, they will.
there seems to be a almost easy understanding that during the day, your ghouls are more than enough muscle to stop the newcomers from
Taking over.
trying to destroy you guys in the middle of the day or that sort of thing.
Wait, does that mean we just fooled more people? Because I thought we only had George and the dogs.
Chloe.
And
Jean-Pierre.
Chloe.
Jean-Pierre, Jean-Pierre, Bertram,
Oh, well, jeez.
And the dogs.
and the dogs.
I thought you meant a new one.
We got plenty of ghouls.
My bad.
Heracles wants to ask you
I love those, by the way.
all the questions. He's trying not to, but when you guys start chatting, when you guys chat, questions come up, and it's weird because you don't know some of the answers, and he thinks, and there's sort of a situation where he thinks you're being vague or mysterious or what, and
It's
but
not,
you
I-
honestly don't know.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know
So-
what you want me to tell you.
So that's a thing. A few days go by. So
I didn't take a picture of the pupusas. There's one
Oh.
left.
I was about to be like, well,
They've
they
gone
were
to a
delicious
place.
and I ate them all.
They've gone
When I
to
go
a
to the
place
bathroom
they
in
were
like a
not-
couple hours, I could take a
Ew.
photo.
It's like my finger down my
No.
throat.
You're all so sweet. Everyone's so helpful.
Right.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah, Tony's got like. Wait, I thought there was one in.
Yeah, actually, there's one left.
Yeah.
There's most of Tony's set. Oh my.
Yes. As a result, I guess you all sort of agree that you'll maintain, or are you going to try and top off, or what? So what? Because y'all are peers. There's sort of a pecking order, but not. So I don't know how you would navigate those first few nights on the trail.
To do what?
After, because you're going to be losing blood points every time you wake up and getting willpower.
I think for a couple days I won't have any more because I'm like, oh no, I did it bad.
Well, you said it was going to take 14 days, right?
No, it's going to take less than that, but
Well, how many days?
probably about a week.
Okay. Then I would only feed probably like twice.
I find Bertram a foot and I go apologize.
Whose foot?
Yeah, where do you find a foot
some
from?
Find a
animal.
foot.
Mostly because I want the rest of it.
Well, I don't cut it off somebody living because they still need that foot. I assume that there's some kills that have been brought in and stuff.
You mean like an animal foot?
Yeah.
Is it an animal's foot?
Okay, that's a different
Animal
story. Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Somebody went and shot a bison.
unless somebody died out there, then I might actually take
Not
that.
yet.
A mess.
Go ahead and you, John, and Jaren,
Yes.
roll me 8 dice. Difficulty 8. And give me your successes.
Difficulty 8, you said?
Yes.
4.
1.
3.
All right. Attila brings back a jackrabbit. Your boy,
Edgar.
Edgar, brings back a prairie dog. And poor Rolf brings back a vole, like a small, like just like like barely a
Ground
mouse.
mouse.
Yeah.
Barely counts as a.
And so you may or may not manage to get the foot away from Attila as the creatures are sort of collected for whatever use they're going to be put to that evening.
Especially considering Hungary is there.
Yeah.
Right. Do I roll anything to get this foot, or do I
No,
just get this foot?
you managed to
Okay.
get it from him, but he does follow you like the rest of the night, wondering where that foot is. Like he's very concerned with this foot. And he sees you give it to Bertram, and Bertram goes, "Foot!" And like Bertram doesn't like you apologize. He's like he doesn't it doesn't really process for him. He's like, okay, whatever.
It's less of a issue that.
Oh no, it's absolutely
yeah.
okay.
It's a proprietary.
It's
or
for her more than
propriety
anyone else.
thing.
Yeah.
I'm quite a bit more flowery about it because I have no license that day.
Yeah. But no, he absolutely loves the foot, and he fawns over it. He loves it. It's the best thing in his world until he sets it down and forgets about it, and then it's Hungry's again.
Well,
It may or may not be a day, but that's the way of the world that we live in.
French.
That's right. It's like it's still 2 days fresh. It's still good. Ain't nobody hungry like hungry.
I keep picking on Patty because I need Jean-Pierre to get back from where he fucking was
Yeah,
before the
she.
drought.
How many days do you eat on her? Every single day?
No,
Oh.
Every other, every
yeah,
third?
every other,
Okay.
and like a point at a time.
Okay.
Like I'm just
Okay.
staving.
All right.
Does she
Like I say, I pick.
progressively get more and more confused?
No, once the cat's out of the bag, everyone sort of understands if someone's a little more tired or like woozy or whatever else. There's some annoyance to it, like they didn't they expected that they were at full strength and needed that to get out there, and now there's this this thing sort of hanging over it all. But considering most of you pitch in and are more than enough muscle to help with some of the weirder stuff, they all sort of get over it after a few nights. And the couple of people who had any problem with it.
Whatever also for them, at least for the human workers and everything, whatever they normally get paid for doing this particular job, they just add a zero onto it. So
yeah, no, that seems to do it for most of them, but there's still a couple who are like, money's not everything.
It's kind of weird.
I bet
feel-
it's Joseph.
And it's
It's Joseph, not Joe.
Yeah.
Since Abe is helping with the organization, I feel he'll start to charter sort of a rotating order, both for feeding and for the feedee.
Yeah,
as
no,
well,
there's
just to make sure they get like this is your night.
there's only a few people in the crew who don't understand that in order to survive, you need to fall into a system and an order, and so there's already sort of one forming itself when you codify it, and everyone sticks to it. And even if there's some grumbling, the general morale of the camp is much better as a result.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can I feed him somebody? 'Cause I super need to.
Oh yeah. So it sounds like everyone gets someone every other night or something like that.
Yeah.
So how many do you want over the course of 5 nights?
I'm down 9, but I have to burn 2 every time I wake up.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to take a
Oh, yeah, 'cause
tiny
you
bit
have-
more than normal. But even if I get like 3 at a time, I'm still 1 up after I get.
I don't know how this
But yeah, I'm just taking enough to replenish my wake up.
that's true, because if you don't spend that extra blood point, then we possibly could start getting the other people in all the humans could start getting sick from you.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. So how do you go about that? Because you are the one in control of this.
I mean, she mostly is talking to Perry. It's like you got questions, I got answers. Stay still.
So are you? So maybe you're on the normal rotation for the 1, and then you
No.
take an extra off of Perry, every night, every other.
No, I don't know what people mean by rotation.
So like every night, one human is like the donor, I assume.
But we can't all feed off the same person.
No, yeah, but like
Very much.
three vampires get 3 different humans, and then the next night it swaps over or something like.
Okay.
It's basically so that the humans don't get fed off every night.
Yeah.
The
Like
easy
every
thing,
other night,
the
you
easy
get a
thing-
night off.
the easy thing to do is that I offer up because I have a
You've got a
party
store,
blood
yeah.
pool. So I'll be fine until we get to Kansas, until we get to where we're going. So I offer my spot on the rotation to her to make sure that she can maintain, so that she doesn't.
So she doesn't infect the rest of the tribe.
So she doesn't give the
It's
rest of
out.
everybody else
It's
a
out of.
secondary.
It's practicality.
Supplemented by Perry, who's in the rotation but fairly hardy. He's just a little more tired. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, well, I guess I don't have to. I don't care. I'm really confused by.
She gets her 2 blood points every day.
Go ahead and roll me a d10,
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, I think we'll
and then have it, and then that's how many you're up.
Because
now.
if I can just replenish myself at least most of the way, then I don't need to feed every day. I just need to make sure that at least.
yeah, that's
Kind of the problem though. You don't want to end up doing what I did.
Yeah, because I'm only at 5 right now. So
Yeah,
in
you-
like
you need to
2
kick up.
days, I'm.
So you're at 1, or you're up 1 more, but through
I'm just being
the
unreasonable
time
with
that
reading,
you
because
guys have
I
been on the
kinda
trail, you've
Right.
maintained on top
Okay.
of that 1.
So, I just want to know how many I should fill in. Because I'm not going to.
Just,
Well, you would have filled in like 10 over the course of 5 nights, and then dropped off that many, so you're up 1, and then 1 extra from Perry on the side a bit. So that's why you're net 1 more.
Okay.
So I think you. Yeah. You
I'm
said-
still. I'm gonna have to go out and find something to kill. that I can drain completely because I'm not going to be
Oh, yeah.
able to
Go ahead.
not
Yeah,
affect
let's,
everyone.
No, sure. Go ahead and roll me a
It's like if I could just find a deer.
wits plus survival to range out and go vegetarian for the night.
Like I'm gonna take a step out. No matter what anybody hears, don't go out there. It's just let it go. It'll be fun. What was my difficulty?
Give me a 7.
Your pores kind of show
0.
through.
Yes.
A net
And so
0.
it gives it like
Net 0.
an
All right.
interesting
You want to have the
almost
dogs help you?
Sure, yeah.
pop art.
Oh.
All right, you
Little
3.
dots. Yeah.
Same rolls again.
8 dice.
You go ahead and roll again. Difficulty 6
Okay.
because you have the dogs helping you.
No, I did.
That's
Yay! This
Oh,
is
wow.
better.
I'm
This time
distracted. I got 2.
5.
I got 2.
4.
You managed to find like this random fucking rogue bull. So
Wrestle.
yeah, so that's actually. Are you just gonna go ham on it?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
she's
hell
like,
yeah.
Nah, I gotta.
Yeah, all right.
Like for the good of everybody, I gotta go eat this thing.
Yeah, the dogs are very disappointed after a few minutes, or after a few moments, because
They
it's
realize they're not getting none.
it's so dry. It's so dry. Why is it so dry?
There's no fun in this.
So I'll say 7 off of that because a typical
Okay.
cow is 5, but this is a.
Are there actually stats somewhere that say how much a cow has?
Oh yeah,
What's going
Oh.
on?
I imagine that
Just trying to
actually
figure
that
out whether or
question
not
comes
she's
up
gonna
quite a
get
bit,
that.
especially in like
it's in the
dog
core
yard.
book. It's right there. It's
So-
great. It's
I feel Abe would do the same, just to
What, eat a cow?
help sort of save.
Oh yeah. Does anyone else?
being
Does anyone else want to try and supplement?
I mean, I was only down 4, and
being
so
a-
I'm just like I said, and I only take from the lady,
Mhm.
and I believe we only have the one lady with us.
Well, 2 if you count the other chick, but you don't eat off her.
No.
Well, honestly, since I was only down 2 after totally draining Vertum, I really only need to maintain. I don't think I need.
Cool.
Yeah,
So yeah, if you want to take the dogs with you, do another round, and then roll for yourself, and then also for
survival. Yeah.
Edgar.
I'm fine being
What's
down
plus
by
survival?
4 until I can have something substantial.
She
What's the
wanders back
difficulty?
into camp. Her hair's all unbraided.
All the dogs look kind of sad.
What's the difficulty?
I feel
for the
bad.
survival roll?
6 because you're hunting with the dogs.
So remember how I told you we got sunglasses? So this girl named Miranda was with us, and there was like
6.
photos of her at the nightclub. She fell asleep. Like,
You managed to
sitting
find
out.
a fairly respectable
They were like,
specimen of stag,
Weekend at
and you managed to take it down and
You
bring back the meat, and it makes decent jerky. It's not the best because it wasn't really juicy to start with, but
No,
it does sort of help the camp.
that's right.
just
Just air dry it. The way to do
It's
this.
fine. My cat's always
So one evening, the wagon train stops up short. Yeah. Who's
Bella.
typically up front? Well, she's gonna find the tinfoil. We'll see. We'll see.
Right. Whatever.
I think we're safely in the middle.
Yeah. Who would typically be at the lead of the train?
Probably that guy over
I
there.
feel Abe would be
All right.
in the forefront.
I'd be happy though.
You see with your keen Canuck eyes.
Right.
My brain.
The
It comes off. So.
the Earth seems to bleed off of the typical grass and such, and it sort of shifts a little bit, and you see like a form in the trail ahead, and a little bit before that, there's a little like grave marker or post or something, and one of the one of the other humans who's sort of riding up front with you comes over, and he's like, I see that too. It's like a post and a thing, and do we want to go investigate, or do we?
Yeah, I actually signal for the caravan to stop. Let's take a break.
Oh, fucking deja vu. Real fucking hard
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. That's really bad.
Well, yeah, because he's on the trail.
Everything right now.
Yeah.
No,
And
the like it's thinking about the caravan and like the post, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, sometimes that
Yeah.
it's creepy.
And
So, when you say stop, I'm like, do you need some help?
Sure.
What did you see?
You can come and check this out. There's, I don't know, there's some sort of grave marker ahead.
and like a large form. Like you can tell from the size of it from here. It's a substantial.
Oh, somebody's standing there?
It's
No,
big shape.
it looks
Something.
looks like a lump. Like it looks like an elephant got thumped, just dropped in the middle of the trail. Like
Like
that's the size of the form perspective wise.
Right.
So
Might be nothing, but we'll go and check it out.
If by aspects, do I see anything
How many days
special?
are we into this? It's day 5?
So take a short stop. We're gonna go and check this out.
I turn on aspects first thought.
So as you make your way up to the marker,
Wait, out of curiosity, who are you today? Because it's day 5.
Today I am Frankie.
Okay.
you realize that right sort of where the marker is, right past that, the trail, like, or right around it, the trail splits off into an actual fork, not just a Y, but 3. One that continues straight on like you'd expect. One that branches off to the south, and one that branches off to the north. The sign itself has painted in crude letters P, dog, and an arrow up. And below that, it has an arrow to the left, to the south, that says safe, where it's spelled SAIF. And
this way.
from there, you can see the form. There's actually 2 ox carcasses and 1 defeated wagon. Its front right corner falling into the break, failing to break the earthen waves, further punctuating the simple signs message.
prairie dogs.
Well, I just saw a sign that pointed up and then said dog, so I just assumed it's an up dog.
Wait, what's this? What's what you said? It's a 3-way split, right?
Mhm.
Does the one to the right?
You were
say
hoping somebody would bite.
No one's going to. Jared.
We all know. What was that?
Does the arrow to the right do the thing?
There is no arrow to the right.
Oh, it's just
Arrow
so
to the
that
left
it's
is
split
safe.
3 ways.
Just
and then it's
straight.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously,
And then-
whoever made the sign letters they didn't get no proper letter learning, but tried their darndest.
Yeah. I checked the wagon.
It's almost
They were
perfect.
outside of the ox, like no.
Oh, it's a little ways down. Like you can tell that someone figured this out later. The sign was put there after the fact. Do you want to go investigate the wagon over there, or
Yeah. I think
from
I'll
where
go
you
check
are,
it
you
out.
can kind of tell that it's empty. Like
It's already been
like the
pillaged.
rags
It's already
are
been picked.
sort of drifting, and there's.
Should we be quiet about this?
I still want to check just to see if we can find traces of what happened to it. If it was just abandoned or.
So you guys are going to move up to this this wreck. All right, go ahead
Is the
and
wreck in the middle, or is it on the
no, it's in the middle path. Like it's
the
sort
one
of,
that says P dogs? This
yeah,
way?
that's
Okay.
it's very. It all makes sense. You're like, oh, the sign says prairie dog that way, and there's like 2 ox carcasses,
My boot.
and there's a wagon that
Oh, they did.
Wait. Oh.
ate shit. This is probably not.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we
Brown
rolling?
because
Are we
of the
stealth?
okay.
Or am I stealthy?
I get it.
If you want to be stealthy, you can. Yeah.
I'm good.
Go ahead and make me a difficulty 6 on the
Not
stealth.
wake the wrath of the prairie dogs.
But
know,
more
right?
importantly, anyone who's approaching the wagon or the corpses, I need a Dex plus Dex plus
Things.
survival or athletics. Difficulty 7.
Okay.
Let me know.
Does running apply?
Difficulty 8.
Difficulty
Oh, running?
Yeah.
You have running as a.
No, it's an athletics special.
Oh, no. Unless you wish to run through the. Run up to it, you can.
Nah, it's fine.
4.
Okay. So just the two of you are going to investigate up
I
close?
got.
Yeah, I think we're.
The last time I investigated a dead animal, something from underneath it jumped
That's
up and tried to bite
true.
me in the face. So.
You're sort of scooting up there, and like your foot goes into a prairie dog hole, but it's large enough that you just have an uneven step and you keep going.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm watching these fucking holes. Yeah. And so you guys make it up to the cart, and yeah, you see footprints and tracks all over where, and like caved in holes and stuff where the wagon has been picked over, and there's nothing useful left, but but the wagon itself, the wheels have been taken off, and it's sort of in a ditch, and the oxes as well have been processed as best they can.
Good chance our convoy is not gonna, safely make it across. Right? It looks. Okay.
No, it seems fairly legit.
I
That
just got my foot stuck in the hole right there.
Yeah, watch those. I'll bite your toes.
make me perception plus. Let's see here. I want to say like nature or investigation or animal ken.
All right.
Perception.
Difficulty 7.
Animal Kim. 7. You said?
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 1s in there. 0.
Okay.
2 1s.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So yeah, so that's what you come across, and like
All right.
prairie dog holes all over.
Well, we'll make our way back.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, these two come back empty-handed.
In there, just a lot of holes.
Yeah. Prairie dogs just undermine the whole road up ahead. Pretty
Yeah.
sure.
The wagon's been clean. The oxen are bones.
Wagons are not going to make it through, so we'll either have to take one of these roads and take a detour and hope for the best, or roughhouse it and map some way to get around.
It seems that this road is marked as safe. So
I think
Safe.
that's what it means. Is that you
I
read
don't know. What does safe mean?
Is there a question mark
Safe.
after
Safe.
I don't know this word.
What was that?
Is there a question mark after safe?
No, the my
It's
my
written
upward
S-A-I-F.
inflection on it was that it's spelled weird, so
Okay.
maybe it's supposed to be safe.
Safe.
I don't know what this word is.
Yeah,
Roll linguistics to see if it's a weird word.
Looks to me like it looks to me like it's a safe.
But why is there nothing on
Like-
this side?
There's no danger. Safe.
Yes.
I would imagine so.
No,
That is usually what safe means.
no, not quite. But
it's the name of one of the demon prince. We can't go there.
It is south, so that means down.
I don't have a. I think that's what it means.
and what's the third path? There was no.
There's no indication. I don't think anyone learned.
Well,
that
it says P dog.
All three do
No, there's
have.
3 paths.
All 3 do
Well,
have.
the middle path is the
trail.
one we investigated.
Yeah.
ruts from wagons.
Yes,
So
so-
some
I
have
thought the
gone
middle one
north
was
around it.
P-Dog.
Some have
Yeah,
gone
the
south.
middle one is P Dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
P dog is up,
That's where P Dog
Safe,
is.
not
and
dog.
left is Zyfe.
Right.
But
And-
right has nothing.
Right has nothing.
There are no indicators to the right.
I don't begin to know where we're going, or at least how we're going there. So I will leave it to people who are good at tracking and finding their way through things.
But I'm on my way.
To do so.
So,
How I get there, I don't know.
I can't turn into a bat yet, so I can't fly.
I also love how that character shouts bat before he turns into a bat. It's so good.
Aha! Bat!
Yes.
Fred is just like, I can't do that yet, but I made myself wings. 1 second, let me put them on.
Get my wings.
Ruffle, get my wings. No, the ones that are covered in skin, not the bone ones.
I
Those
feel
are,
like,
those are the
fly.
special occasions.
I feel like they're tied to a vest.
No,
It's like- it's like
a
skin.
waistcoat. Yes.
It's tied to a vest that is also made out of skin.
Yep.
Crotch straps.
It has
make
like
it a bit
metal.
awkward. Function over form.
Really
Lift.
pushing the boundary for hang gliding in early mid 1800s America.
Right.
Steam horror punk.
Yeah, at some point or another, I just I'm not-
So-
out of the weird west.
Survival rules?
Yeah, so
So you guys trying to gauge which to choose? Is that
yeah, are any of the mortals awake? Right
Oh
now?
yeah,
They're
there's a
all-
small yeah, there's
So I'll start there, I guess, and see if anybody has made the trek in that area. And
none
see
of
if
them
they're in the
recently.
area. Okay.
I got a plan. Let's flip a coin.
Oh, lovely. Let's leave it to chance.
They're all-
Yeah, exactly.
Is it-
It's right now it's 50-50 either way. We ain't never been out here before.
Well, some of us scout down there. I can run real fast.
Well, that middle road's out, so really it's between
Yeah, it's between
She's
two
not
lanes.
wrong. Yeah.
north and south.
Most of the humans
Let's,
who have no, inclination one way. or the
Let's
other.
hope Lady Luck a bit and go try to see what we can gather from that north road.
So you guys are gonna. So you're both gonna scout north just to squeak and then come back, or
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go check and see
We'll
what I
pop
can
a quick
gather.
camp.
So we're doing the one that's not marked.
We're parking where the well is, so we wait to where the air comes in.
Right.
Don't anybody knock the suit of armor down the well, though. We don't need that.
If anybody is capable and wants to do the same for the other road, so we at least get somewhat of an idea of what kind of terrain we're dealing with.
yeah. You scurry up that north road a little ways. It seems fine, but so did the rest of the trail before you hit the prairie dogs.
But I mean, so we don't see any of the wagon tracks. We don't see any.
Well, there's the ruts. Like
Okay. But like fresh
wagons
ones?
have passed this way. Yeah. Go ahead and make me a perception plus investigation.
Yeah, I just want to stand up.
You're trying to get a gauge.
Yeah.
I think he gets like it.
What's the difficulty?
If you want to try and talk me into some other role, feel free. 6.
I want to stand up.
I don't know.
2.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, recently there was likely a cart or a wagon or a coach or
Something traveled
and a
this
couple
way.
animals that have come through this way as well.
Okay.
Or at least have moved through that path that you check out. But it looks fine as far as you can see, but
Yeah.
there's only so far you can go before you're leaving camp.
Well, as long as there's no,
Yeah.
the road is not compromised like on the other track.
No, it
so
doesn't
that
appear.
one is
Yeah.
travelable at least.
From where we are, is Kansas City more north or more south of us? That's the question.
Well, but the trails themselves might not actually go.
Yeah.
If
Right,
it's
it's true.
where it branches out.
It's very much east,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and the trail itself. Sorry, west. North. And the trail itself sort of cants up in that direction. So it's
Well, I'm just saying that if Kansas City is more north of us than south of us, then it's probably better for us in general to be going more north than south.
Yeah, but we don't actually know.
Where the
Yeah, it might veer off.
Which
Also,
which
is there
sounds
like-
like the coin flip again.
is there
Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Is there like is that there? This is just flat plains, right?
Oh yeah, it's
So yeah,
very
so
much
we could see for at least a distance.
No, it's a good ways.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
So then coin flip sounds as good as anything else.
Yeah, road's fine up north, so that's.
And this other road, we're just gonna trust that that's safe.
Oh, we can check that one out.
I mean,
just
we
to-
trusted that the rest of the road was safe beforehand. So
Neither of those sides just checking out. Like neither of those seem to have the
And to be fair, the first sign didn't lie to us. There were, in fact, prairie dog holes all over the road there.
Yeah.
So,
That's right.
yeah.
Do you guys
Point
want to scout
sounds good
the
to me.
south one or just flip that?
Yeah,
corner?
I'm gonna scout
I'm gonna
south because
All right, same rules.
Abe would.
Bill's just sitting there being like, I'm telling you.
North, south, south, west.
How'd you get in here?
Is this the investigation roll that we're doing?
Yes.
I rolled survival. So that was a good roll too.
I got 2.
Same difficulty.
Yep.
6. 2 as well.
Looks fine as well. Like they both seem good.
All right. Well, both roads are travelable. So, Bill, do your thing.
Right. Heads is north, tails is south. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
As good as any.
What is it?
Human head, elk tails.
Well, it fell over, so I can't see.
Elk tails, south.
Going south.
Well, that's what the sign says. It's
Safe.
Safe.
safe. It
Five.
should be safe.
Like a couple of humans are like, as long as we're fucking going, all right. So everyone picks back up, and your train teeters southward, avoiding the prairie dogs. Perception plus alertness from everybody. Difficulty 7.
Does it help that I turned optics on?
Let me know if anyone gets
What's the difficulty?
7.
Botch.
Did anyone get 9s or 10s?
I got 3 9s and a total of 3 successes.
Did 1 9
All right.
here. Cool, because Jared's here. Because I didn't. I was like, what?
Perception plus alertness,
Thank you.
difficulty 7. Let me know if you get 9s or 10s.
Oh, okay.
You guys headed south.
Okay, perception plus alertness.
I got 2, no 9s or 10s.
What's the difficulty?
7.
I got 1.
All right. Any 9s or 10s?
Nope.
Okay.
I got.
Ah,
I got 1.
No,
And it's a 9.
everything.
All right. We're still trying to figure out how west got in there.
Yeah.
How
did this coin become 3 sides?
you're like there's a
Heads.
Yeah.
you hear creatures.
I hear creatures.
Yeah. You're like
Like-
there's beasts.
Friendly,
here.
gross, bad creatures.
It's just the sort of same tingle sense that you have when there's like animals nearby or
Okay.
there's like
This is even with my 3 9s.
yeah.
Okay.
I
You
got 1
also-
9 and 2 successes.
You're also sort of
agitated.
aware of things.
Where? Around?
Yeah, apparently they're around.
And who was at the front? It was probably
Them
Abe.
too.
Right. You're up at the front with all right.
Mhm.
She's always with
All right. Slow down.
Roll me wits plus athletics.
I tell
That
the.
Difficulty 5.
When she tells me this, I actually tell the convoy to slow down.
Everyone sort of pulls up and
Hey, what are we stopping for?
What was this difficulty?
slow.
Stay on your guard.
6.
There's things around.
There's something about it that isn't like us.
Yeah, that's 10 successes.
All right. You stop, hop off whatever you're on, or just like stop in the trail, and you look down into the giant pit that has been camouflaged in the trail.
Oh,
Whoa!
not
safe?
safe.
These two?
This one.
Oh,
I
Frank.
I noticed things, but I didn't wander off.
Roll
Okay.
initiative.
Oh, yay.
Wait, so how do we do that again?
It's 1d10 dex.
Or your wits.
Whichever is higher. Mine are equal. So I've got 8.
I can't keep my dice. Apparently.
Did we say it's out of
13.
Oh,
No, it's whichever one is
One or the
higher.
other.
God, I'm never gonna get this. 14 for me.
Oh,
Oh, I'm the worst.
What?
What?
One die and add dex plus wits.
Oh, plus
okay.
wits.
So then
Yeah.
15.
So that's
That's why I thought I have initiative plus 5 up the top of my initiative here.
16.
So.
did you say
Yes.
Dex plus wits?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, then 19.
All right, hold on.
Okay,
I actually have a
we'll figure it out.
I have a
today.
wit specialty.
I'm
for
proud of us,
initiative, so
All right,
It was so much faster than normal.
Hannah.
15.
All right.
So you discover the pit, but you don't fall in the pit. You
No.
manage to like
Pit.
find the pit.
yes.
13.
You guys 10 successes.
This was the path that was marked safe, right?
Frank,
Yes.
what was your initiative, Frankie?
19.
Abe,
12.
Bill,
16. Right? No.
one
Hold on.
die plus wits and
No,
dex.
I cannot add 11.
That's
That's
the difference. That's the difference.
all
I always
right.
get confused between those two as well.
15 for
11 or
Uh,
16, I don't know.
Fred. What's your dex plus wits? 5.
5.
What's your dex plus wits?
My dex plus wits is 6.
Okay.
So
What I did is that I added it all together to get 11 and then just added another 5 on for some reason.
He added the extra 5.
I
So
was like,
twice the
oh,
die.
Yeah.
seems legit.
I don't know why I did that.
All right.
That's our new house rule. You roll a die times 2, and then you add your dex plus wits.
And so, who would be bringing up the rear? Or so I'm guessing the mess wagon in the back.
They're
Yeah.
probably in the middle, which means that I'm
Middle-ish.
probably
Yeah,
behind
I
them.
figure we're in the middle.
All right.
Where would you be?
I guess because I have my own wagon.
Coach. Yeah.
So I guess Bertram's driving that one.
Forward-ish.
Probably, yeah, forward-ish. Probably
So
behind
this
whatever behind one he's on.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm probably the rearmost, not like whatchamacallit.
Not the very back, but
Yeah.
you're not the
Second
caboose.
from
Yeah.
second to the back. Blah,
The
whatever.
rearmost passenger wagon, as opposed to.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me a. Go ahead and give me a perception plus alertness. Difficulty 9.
Ooh, 1.
All right.
Nice.
You notice the glint of metal from below a patch of vegetation as shots ring out from behind you.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here, and that
Real
was
scythe, everyone.
2.
Alright. We're about to get scythed.
Whoever's ever shooting at us, I'm gonna eat them.
Yeah.
We were all looking for a
Not-
fill.
Not only am I going to
So,
drink their blood, but I'm
5
going to
successes
devour their body.
as a bullet plops into your leg. So you can auto soak with fortitude, and
I do not
then
have fortitude.
and you can also soak using your stamina rating. So what's your stamina score?
2.
So you can roll 2 dice, and for successes of so however many successes you have, it reduces the
What's the?
difficulty 6.
Mm,
So you take
disappointed.
4
Can you
bashing
do
damage.
ones cancel out the other ones?
Not on a
They're
not
just
on a
not
soak or
Okay,
damage.
so
Yeah.
so just 1.
So 1 slash in 4 of those boxes, and I believe you can
Bashing.
ignore the penalties until they become
Yeah,
Uh,
they can-
until they become lethal.
So I'm wounded, but I don't have to do the.
This is just to indicate that that you've started taking damage. You don't
Okay.
take those penalties yet,
Okay.
which is fun to be a vampire for that. And then also, go ahead and make me a roll for Percy. No, yes, roll.
Prepared.
Yeah, for Perry. Give me 4, 5. So, yeah, go ahead and roll 6 for him.
6 dice.
Difficulty 10. This other guy is one with the nature.
Nope.
All right.
Don't die, Perry.
All my friends keep dying.
Ooh.
The one guy got
Sure.
eaten alive in front of the Congress. Now Perry's getting shot.
No bad luck.
So it would seem. This was not the case previously. Oh.
Oh, no. Is this what you were talking about, you asshole?
Perry's neck explodes.
Oh.
Right where you punch
There's
her.
blood everywhere.
Oh no.
Oh, he got sniped.
He's doing that gross choking swallow noise.
Ew.
Make me a self-control check.
I was about to say like.
He's my friend, and I'm sad, but oh god damn, look
Just
at that.
straight.
Yeah, difficulty 7.
2.
All right. You maintain your composure, though you are enraged and upset. So whatever course of action you choose to take this round, you're in control of your abilities, but you know your hackles are up, way up.
God damn it! Every time I meet a good-looking dude on this journey, he keeps
And
getting murdered.
Perception plus alertness, difficulty 6, because you heard the shot.
1.
The fucker's over there. There somewhere. He's good. Damn it, Chuck. All right, cool. So that was them. Now to the top of the order, Frank.
Okay. Do I see any of the attackers?
Not yet. You hear the gunshots from behind,
Okay.
and you may or may not exclaim,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she shouts like
"Ambush!" Yeah, that was,
fucking ambush.
yeah, that's right.
So, is there cover on both sides of the road?
No, it's just wide open plain. There's like a hillock.
Like not even a rock or anything?
No, these two were like brush ghillie suit situation.
Okay.
And
So
as you're about to act, after you hear the shout and the gunshots, you all pick up the sound of horse hooves, and from the hillock off to the southwest, forms on horses come towards the
Yikes.
train.
okay, well, two things. First of all, I'm gonna obfuscate 2, and start moving towards the sound of the shots,
Sick.
because I'm gonna go stab me a sniper.
So you hit obfuscate and then head towards the back of the train, right?
Mhm.
All right. So I'm gonna say, because you guys were slowing down, you bunched up a little bit. You can get to the back of the train, and then are you gonna start looking for them? Or you can ask where they are.
I'm gonna look.
All right. Perception plus alertness.
Sorry.
Difficulty.
Okay.
Difficulty 8. Let's split the difference on this
Read the
one.
caption above it from my niece.
3.
See here. You see one.
Come on.
You see a form that doesn't make as much sense on the northern side of the trail from where you guys
Oh, it's got a
passed.
butt.
And you can move to it now if you like.
I can move to it now, but I won't.
You won't be able to act. You
Okay.
can get up to it though.
Okay.
I'm just gonna laugh and look.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Anything else?
No.
No celerity to activate on this one? Okay. Hannah,
Yeah.
you hear the gunshots, you see the horses, you hear the shouting.
You see the
Frankie
horses.
bolts to the back of the train.
Anybody else want cheesecake?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Onegashimasu.
Let me help with plates. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was like I hope
They're
I hope
tiny
you all held on to your
Honestly,
forks.
to be fair, they're tiny pieces. You can just pick it up.
Shrimp, pork,
John, Sally, and I still have forks.
Hi Jess, how you doing?
Well, Jessica's is
Oh no.
We're now.
When you get your own
Shoot.
I mean, everyone else can have some cake. like as well.
Well, I mean, we got the cheesecake with that because that little one's basically perfect.
Yeah, this one is just for you.
Oh, it is a super tiny cake.
Yeah, it's a little vegan chocolate cake.
We did not do the thing we did last time where we brought 2 big cakes. We just brought the.
We brought little cakes.
Alright, so here's tiny plates if anyone needs a plate, and there's tiny silverware if anyone didn't hang on to their.
Thank you guys so much for bringing this. Really appreciate
Yes, thank you.
No problem. We had a discussion as to what we should bring, so this was this one out.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, to help you lift them up. Cool, they're even pre-cut.
Yeah, that's why we brought these ones. So we wouldn't have to.
Plates for people.
I love cookies.
Who needs a plate?
You would like a plate for
I will grab
cheesecake.
one.
I'm just gonna
This
pick up
fills
my
me with joy.
piece. So
Yeah, you can put mine on the corner of the in the not vinegar.
20 seconds.
Vinegar cheese.
I'm gonna get ones. There's strawberry regular. I'm not sure what this does. It say? Probably says New York style chocolate marble, strawberry swirl, and brownie. So I think these are the brownie ones. These are the chocolate swirl. These are regular, and these ones are strawberry.
Oh, that looks good.
Brownie.
Okay.
Yes, please.
I'm not gonna have that for her.
Deal.
Oh god.
Pressure.
This is fun.
So since Hannah's not a super fighter, I'm thinking I'm just gonna hold my action right now.
Alright.
It's so cute.
Let me know when you
Okay,
want
what do
to
you want,
hop
babe?
back
I'm
into the
with
initiative, and you can act.
I think
I think I'm gonna leave her.
this one's the brownie.
Well, this one's more chocolatey.
Yeah.
One's turn it around.
one's chocolate marble.
One's
and
chocolate marble and one is brownie.
Oh yeah,
so
they
I
both
think,
have that same kind of
Yeah,
side.
so I think these ones are the
Yeah.
brownie.
Honestly, I think the brownie and chocolate marble are literally the same. Just one has chocolate frosting
Very
on it and like
tasty.
chocolate swirl on top.
Yeah.
Nice and crumbly, which I tried to inhale.
Seriously
which
don't
was the-
care as long
that
as
was
it's
that
got
one, which was
chocolate
the
all over it.
The last one.
It's the same brand as the
It's
stuff
so
one we
cute.
brought last time, so
You don't mind if I touch yours?
not at all.
Nice and chocolate.
Okay.
It's good.
What would everybody else get?
I would like to get a brownie.
Okay. There.
Mm.
What did you do with that fork stuff?
He took the plate with
He
the forks.
just took them away.
What?
Take them away.
I'm gonna let you do this one because I think you need to touch it. I don't want to touch your legs. Okay. Sully it with my.
Put my hand all over it. Look at this. Oh, I'm touching your cake.
Alright, Fred,
I'm
you're
wrong
up.
now. Why'd you give me
the
the
knife.
Sorry, right as you
Knife,
take
though.
a nice bite.
Oh,
Some
okay.
DNL.
All right, so
So there's one more
I'm in the
strawberry.
carrot,
I want a regular
looking out the window.
slice.
Okay.
Gunshots
So
in the back.
regular slice.
cart
And,
stops.
and you
Because
just
we
like,
were all
oh,
stopped
no,
because
fucker.
that. And there's horses
You
off
might
of
need
the.
to.
I will
Here,
attempt
I'll
to.
hold it on this
Ahead.
side.
Well, there's horses ahead coming down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice, nice.
I will attempt to
Perfect.
not use
I'm
my
going
hands.
to extricate
Thank
myself from
you.
the cart.
Slither.
Yeah, slither out. Get behind. Go down to the trap door and pull
Mhm,
Of course, it has one.
Click.
Yeah.
Just falls.
I'm going
no,
to
it's-
burn
Okay.
4 blood points
All right.
because fuck these guys.
Oh man.
Pop
Is your
claws
cake done?
Aha.
and boost my dex by 3
Beautiful.
for the scene.
Eating
Here.
apples.
And then I didn't see where anybody is. I just heard shots. I heard shouts. But I'm going to be outside so I can act whenever things get close.
All right. Pip.
So Pip hears the shots and hops on top of her wagon and calls down to toss her gun.
Make a Dex plus athletics. These are fabric topped.
I'm sure they have
The
Ribs.
Yeah, the ribs. So
Yeah.
you need to balance on that.
Dex plus athletics.
Yeah.
Difficulty.
8 in those boots.
They're not like heels. That wasn't a thing at that time.
What's not
They
for
got a
ladies?
little heel.
Like mine. Maybe a little smaller.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
So you sort of like, and it's just sort of like
Yeah.
prone then.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
On the tarp.
Well, I probably get up and then slide down the bottom and just on the side. That's fine. That's fine. That's all on the side. It's fine. I didn't need to be that high up. Then they'd be able to get me.
I meant
Anyway.
to disembark.
I do yell for Chloe to toss me my gun, and she tosses me the wrong gun, so I throw it at her face. And then, not that one! And then Jump here tosses me my sharp rifle, which is what I wanted. Because he knows what's happening.
Know what I want, woman.
And I take aim,
You'd think she'd learn.
and I take aim at where the shots came from,
I think it's next door.
and go.
Strength or
Say something's like.
yeah, someone's thumping things around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do I
perception.
see any?
Perception plus alertness.
I'm like, do I see anything?
Difficulty. Ooh, let's see. So you see Frankie has run out into the middle of the field and appears intent on something.
Oh, that child.
And you also see that Perry is like gasping and grasping, and
And everyone's
Bill's
looking in
about
a
to react.
direction.
yeah.
Okay,
So
that's where I'm aiming.
yeah, there was 2 shots and they're pretty right on top of each other, so which indicates there's 2 shooters. So
Yeah.
which one do you want? Do you think north or south? Guess what? One's north of the trail and one's south of the trail. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Which way are we facing?
Oh, you guys are headed west. I'm just saying that the trail behind you,
Yes.
there's one on each side. So
Okay.
north south. She's headed towards the one on the
South.
north. All right. Difficulty 7.
3.
You see a couple forms that might be bodies, but nothing that.
I won't take fire.
All right. You want A or B? All right. So I'll go ahead and you chose wrong. Your shot
Oh.
rings out, and you see a nice big clod of dirt just off into the oven. You're like,
Well, now that they know we also have fucking claws, so
yeah, absolutely.
that was half of that.
No, and
And
that
that
will help.
offended your senses.
Fred Pip, Abe.
All right. So I see where she's headed.
Mm-hmm.
Do
You
I
bolt
actually
after as well.
right?
All right.
I
I
sneak.
pull out the rifle and I go and follow.
So you know, using her ability, she drops out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
But you saw that she was headed south, or headed to the back of the train.
Right.
And then as you trudge back there to move, you see Pip shimmy weird across the top of her wagon,
Nobody saw that.
and then fire off into the dirt somewhere.
Down.
But yes, I guess if her obfuscation's on,
Gracefully.
you don't really see her unless you want to try, which is a whole other thing.
Right. Right.
But yeah.
So
So yeah, you see,
the shooters in that area, or
well, so you still can't make them out, and she just shot off into the dirt somewhere. So do you want to like look harder there, or
Yeah,
just
I'm
scan
gonna-
in general?
I'm gonna try to scan where she fired because
Perception plus alertness, difficulty 7.
I wasn't privy to this whole thing. So I'm like, there must be something there.
And you also see Perry
Explode.
in a bad way.
That's a nice way to say that.
Cavalier. All right, somebody help that kid. What's the difficulty?
7.
7-2.
You see a form. You see 2 lumps in the ground that could be human shaped, and one of them has a huge dirt clod shot out of it.
All right. Well,
So you have a pretty good guess.
a big thing out there.
You're not 100% positive. You would not be surprised if another dirt clod happened, but you're pretty sure. So you're going to take a pot of that one, or
Yes.
okay?
I'm gonna take the other one. Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit, because guess what? It is him.
You're welcome.
So yeah,
See? It all works
Teamwork.
out. It all works out.
that's Dex plus firearm. Difficulty, like 5 because it's prone, and you're like, no, I'm shooting at this form that's not moving.
interesting.
It's 6.
All right, so roll damage plus 6.
Oh, someone's dead.
It's kind of what happened to poor Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah, rifles are no joke.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to take them out. Up close. I can't shoot anyways.
So that's 9.
Yeah, they have no way to soak. So you see in so much as the dirt clod sprayed, now you see blood spray and it's almost just a slick and a short splat, and you realize that there was something under there.
Good
Over-
shot, Abe.
Over the dust of the smoke of the rifle, I actually yell at Pip. Thank you for the spot, ma'am.
Frankie, Abe, Pip, how low are you guys on blood? Are you guys okay? Or are
I'm
you...
4 down.
I'm okay.
I'm
ate,
3 down.
Okay.
I ate that elk.
You're still halfish, right?
I went up.
Oh
the
no!
street.
When I ate the bull, I got almost all of the
Well,
back.
Okay. So
Abe's
you're
and
okay.
Nosferatu,
Good.
like
I'm
that's
pretty-
sort
I'm
of
pretty
half
fine.
what they do, even in modern age. Like they just
You also
rats
as you come
and
out
shit,
and
they can't go out in the
crap,
open.
you see Abe dash by. You hear the shot and the thanks, so you know there's action.
Do you now
You're
and
up to
then
that,
eat like a sewer,
Um,
like sewage
There's some
worker?
men on horses.
Or something?
Oh yeah, there's horses.
Abe is like a frontiersman, so
Bill.
he's used to it.
Well, I meant in modern times.
Time is now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Bill
People
turns
want
on
to
her
know.
celerity first of all,
All right.
'cause now she's upset.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Did it seem like he got shot from the guy that they just killed, or from the other direction?
From the guy they just killed.
Okay, so that guy.
It was that angle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we took care of that. She's gonna, like,
He's not done yet. He's still like gasping.
yeah. She like rips a piece of her skirt off, and it's like, oh, still.
Int plus medicine. If you don't have medicine, you can
Or you
sub
can
in
just make him a
survival if
vampire.
you want.
Okay. I don't.
What?
He's not dead after combat.
know,
I'll
I-
make sure to keep him.
I said you can make him a vampire.
Tony likes Perry, so you know.
Bill likes Perry.
Yeah, I'm like,
What's my difficulty?
you're on the wild. There ain't no princes out here.
Yeah, right.
He's got the coolest name out
Difficulty
here.
4.
1, 2, 3,
That's a face.
4.
All right. If you tourniquet it, it will give him a round, maybe, if you don't fuck it up. If something isn't done right now, he's not going to make it to another round.
Ah, fuck it.
Yep. Abe is just like,
do it.
why are you hesitating?
Buried your
Just
face in his.
You want me to do it,
right.
Abe? You
So
want
you
me to
recover all your
Turn the
blood,
kid. There's no eyes out here.
and you are occupied for the rest of the round.
Yep.
Oh, well, you have celerity kicked in, so we'll see what happens. So we'll get
Just
there
turn
in a
him
second.
very quickly.
The quickest turn.
He just shoots right upright.
That was fucking weird, guys.
I'm alive.
Oh god, now we have another mouth to feed though.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Also, you'll have another Tory door, so let's
Yay!
find out what.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a
Another
fucking
mouth
dance
to
troupe
feed.
is what we're gonna have here in a minute.
I don't dance. I sing
We're
and
not
recite.
bad,
Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna have a band. We're gonna have a choir going on.
I have specialties in poetry and singing.
This is real ass Oregon Trail. An extra
Freddie.
mouth to feed and less
Or,
food
sorry,
to
Frankie.
do it with.
Oh, it's me again?
Yeah.
All right, so
You hear another shot ring out right in front of you. It is deafening. And a bullet slams into you. You are hit for 8
Yeah.
damage. So you can soak, etc.
So, etc. I will soak-ish.
And of course, at any point, anyone can declare they dodge. That just means on their next round, or, that just means that's all they do for their next round, or they can do it at a -1 die penalty, and also for their
So
next.
wait, I would have had to declare it already.
I'm reminding everyone that you can do this. So
Oh.
if you want to do that,
Yes.
okay.
Sacrifice your next action. to
Yeah.
dodge this one.
Because previously we had been broken OP, dodging at full dice, and then acting at full dice.
Need to split.
Yeah.
And
It's not
that's
mine.
okay. So what's the difficulty for dodging?
6. And you did it at -1 to your total pool, right?
No.
Unless you want to do nothing but dodge your next turn.
Can I just say I spend a willpower instead?
Oh, I like that too.
Okay.
Because willpower's a thing as well.
So I got 4.
So you out dodge his initial to hit. So that bullet flies off into the distance. Oh wait, he can't see you. Just kidding. Because you're move without trace, right?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Okay. My bad. All right. So who would be Abe?
Aw.
You're the next
That's
obvious choice.
I got better.
So yeah. So do you want to try and dodge? Your bullet ring out to hit.
No, I think.
All right. So 8. Because I don't feel like you're rolling.
No, it's fine.
You're gonna try and soak it.
Yeah, 8 with fortitude. It.
Oh, that's what's up.
I thought 2 more kids.
That's, they adopted a
Should've
cat
got
and
4.
forgot she was pregnant.
Cool. So 4 more bludgeoning make it through as that ball thumps you in the arms, and you're like, oh, hello again. Yeah, that'll dance.
Oh, he was that
No.
small?
He was newborn. He didn't, his eyes weren't even open yet. I'm pretty sure he was the run.
Bashing, right?
Those
They
of
left,
you
yeah.
not engaged, just bashing. Those of you not engaged with the situation to the back of the train, realize that the horses will be on you by the end of this round, which is what they do. They come up to the train. There are shots being fired wildly, nothing that endangers anyone, but you see 4 other riders, bandanas across the mouth, low slung hats, pistols, and shotguns and rifles,
Pistoleros.
Yeah, that's right.
bearing down
We're
on it.
still too far east, I think, for Mexicans.
Does anyone wish to engage them as they
These ones are just
swarm
nice.
over the?
Yeah.
I'm going to on my next turn, or at least when the.
All right, cool. Making sure. All right, great.
Where are
And then,
Chloe and
Celerity turn.
In the wagon.
they're in the wagon?
Because
Yeah.
you're super fast,
They just
you can
They were
absolutely
told not to
cut
venture out
yourself
of the
open
wagon after-
and
There was
give
some
it to him.
feeding issues.
And that's exactly what happens. Great. So he.
They're my arms suppliers, so
Oh yeah.
You have a permanent card partner now.
That's right. Bill's officially a sire.
I did not peg Bill as being the first sire
Yeah.
at the table. I knew it was going to happen at some point. I did not peg Bill as being that one.
You know, it's funny
The
because
Deadpool on this.
because
Yep.
in
I had that same thought. I was like, every fucking game.
Sire somebody.
no, I didn't sire anybody.
Oh, no, right.
In
John's,
Masquerade.
yeah.
And I didn't actually sire anybody in
No,
Dark
yeah,
Ages
someone else
either,
did.
but Fergus got sired,
Yeah.
and he ended up being a Toreador also.
Yeah.
Because what's his bucket sired him?
So that's happening. Okay.
and I
All
never
right,
got to sire Tabitha. She did it on her own.
Oh yeah. It was via it was a surrogate.
Similar,
Sire.
similar circumstances.
Frank, you see or you hear that shot ring out right in front of you, and I keep wanting to call him Bat Dad. Hat Dad? Axe Dad. There we go.
Axe Dad.
Axe
It's
Dad.
like Axe Cop, but Axe.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
Dad.
and because he's got that low. It's good. Go ahead and make me a perception plus alertness difficulty 4.
Alright, check. That is 6.
He's right there in front of you. What do you want to do with him? He's that mound that just had a muzzle flash come out of it.
I think there's something around here somewhere.
Oh my!
I am
Rifles and that
I
were
am
not
going
exactly
to
subtle.
bury my hatchet in them. In the back.
Huzzah! That's strength plus melee. Difficulty 6. And he's gonna try and dodge. Yeah, he's gonna try it.
But he can't even see the person that's
You're right.
Oh,
You're right.
that's right.
He can't dodge. Huzzah. Keep reminding me because obviously I'm having a problem with that.
Also, yes.
Yeah, it's ambush. You get extra damage.
Which is why I was sneaky, because it's the only way I can continue
No,
freaking
That's
guns.
great.
Okay, 1, 2.
Do you remember how much extra she gets on that? Is it 2 or extra dice?
Do you recall
Here, let me.
how much extra dice you get from
It's probably
ambush?
right here. I got it. Oh,
I thought that it was just I add the
Oh,
successes.
you add successes. That's
Like
how
a gun.
ambush works.
Like a gun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Exactly. I am a gun just really close up to you and stab you.
That's what's up.
Okay.
Blunt force gun.
Axe gun.
Heck yeah! Alright, so 5.
Holy
that.
shit.
5 damage to him.
Well,
Eight
5
of his ideas now.
successes
5 successes to
to
hit.
hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. Go ahead and you get to apply your successes to damage. So yeah, which makes you a gun.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll damage plus 5.
Why don't I don't have it?
I think it's like 3 or
It's
4.
an axe. It's 3.
Okay.
Strength
plus 3,
I don't know. I thought I had it.
and then plus 5
I
successes.
think I just have them straight across. Let me double check. What's this? I
No,
think
it's
you
not
just
that
add
much.
that many.
The ones don't
Okay.
cancel anything.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, is it like sneak
Right.
attack?
Plus 5.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So 8.
You see the mound sort of flick like hiccup and sort of just stay bowed where your axe is, and you see blood start to seep along the dirt and dust.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They're humans. They're very squishy.
Thank you, Squish.
So attaboy, Freddy. All right,
Frankie.
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 Yeah.
I'm Fred.
No, your Felix.
All you effers.
Your Felix.
Wait, do I still get to move?
I'm
Yeah.
Fred. No, I'm George.
Yeah, as soon as I do that,
Still
I'm
betrayed me.
I'm already
Call
looking
yourself
for
Emma.
like a next target.
There's a
to-
name
to
pool now.
Stab and stab.
So as you scan around, you see horseback. Right? Yeah, you all hear the gunshots, but you also see a handful of horseback riders coming through the train, firing off, and a few of the other humans who are up at this point are also sort of firing back on it. So yeah, one more move to get back to the train and into the fray.
Yep.
There doesn't appear to be any other threats out here.
Okay, yeah, so I'll do that.
Does that your thing stays up for that, doesn't it?
What thing?
Your obfuscate,
No, I don't know how.
or does it
works.
break?
Have
I
to
think
use
it breaks it.
It breaks.
I mean,
it breaks if
I'm
you-
fine with playing again though.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
If you
So-
attack, I think you come
It
out of
breaks
the
off.
oven.
Yeah.
Do you want to pop it again?
Although-
Yes.
Scoot in. All right. So account for that, and
I'm
you'll be
trying to
ready for the
remember.
next one.
Because I could still, because Griga could still shoot her guns and she would be invisible, but you could just see the muzzle flares. Like you could see the guns.
Well,
But I'm doing melee though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's different.
if you pop in somebody's face, because if you stay immobile,
Mm.
it works almost like an invisible field.
Yeah.
But the second dot allows you to move, but if you
Hannah.
take hostile action,
Yeah, that's true.
There are people up in it. You can see the eyes of these bandits swarming around your caravan.
Are you creeping on your own Instagram?
Yeah, I am.
You do that all the time.
I know, so do I. I do it all the
Yeah.
time.
Look at all this shit I posted.
I like to see if it looks aesthetically pleasing the way the pictures are arranged.
Really, I'm just checking my old makeup
Right?
and being
I
like,
do
what,
that too.
what
Like
were you fucking doing?
it's like I look so good in that picture. What did I do? Can I replicate it? No.
Uh,
the answer is no.
Also, I want to like do my hair again, and I'm like, did I like these? Should I do that again?
Yeah, because when I just sort of pull out the small pistol I have
And then I find pictures of just like
Oh,
pretty colored dreams.
it's a fairly target-rich environment. You
find all these like
those of you who are
almost like
sort of watching
you
what's
were
going
at
on get the
Red
impression
Robin.
that these guys
So,
aren't
yeah,
used to
it's
having a
Robin
firefight.
Yeah.
Oh.
It seems to
Probably
be more for
strawberry
show
lemonade or
No,
than
this
they're
is
actually
their
trying to do any
prepared
harm
version.
Oh, yeah.
yet.
The pop and purple.
Well, they
So-
bounced on the wrong group.
But yeah,
Yeah.
look at all these pretty colors.
She doesn't really
They
make a move
weren't
though
expecting
to.
vampires.
She doesn't really make a move though to do anything.
Are you gonna shoot or no?
Nope. Not yet.
Okay,
Jokes
I
on all
mean,
those
he's got-
fuckers.
Right?
you've got people coming up right in front of you,
Oh,
passing
I
by.
have-
You,
I have-
yeah, no, you've got
Okay.
range.
Okay.
You just sort of feel like they're not really trying to kill anyone yet.
I mean, except for
Bill
Perry.
laughs from the back of
No,
the-
yeah, like you feel like there's a situation, but yeah, none of them
trying to steal a fucking axle.
haven't properly addressed you.
They
but-
ran out of axles.
but
Three of them
It's
is dysentery.
definitely
They need
salted
to
meat.
So yeah, if you want to take a shot at one,
Right.
you are
Protect the
absolutely able
axles.
to, no penalties, etc.
What would
I'll
it take
take a-
to attempt to grapple one of them into like your stereotypical like I'm holding them, I'm behind them, like chokehold style, like
Well, they're all on
Bouncing them?
horses. They're all on horses. though, aren't
You
they?
could leap. Yeah, she's on a
Yeah.
buckboard.
Oh,
So
that's
she
a good point.
yeah, that would be a Dex Athletics to get behind one,
Or no,
and then
No,
a
not
Strength
these, it would
plus
be the-
Brawl to start to choke them out, or just lock them down.
just lock them down.
Yeah.
Alright, so strength plus athletics to
To hop on the back of someone. Difficulty 7.
What's the thing from Banana?
That's rawhide.
Yeah.
Is it
That one sounded like
Amazon's
18.
rawhide.
What's
Rawhide.
behind
Two
Yeah.
success.
Banan's less famous. Too.
Yeah.
So you're on the back
This is just
of someone
instrumental.
and
That's what I meant.
roll
Yeah.
strength plus athletics.
No, I know. I said,
to-
what is the theme
to
from?
lock him
yeah.
down.
Oh,
I make
Are you
you
going to try and stay on the horse,
No, I
or
know that
just
Rob-
to the
I'm
ground? Just
gonna
knock
go
him the
back
fuck
in
off.
for Rob.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
where you would likely go. So this
I
is
was
a
trying to remember what
difficulty.
the theme for
This
Banana
is difficulty
sounds
7.
like, but I don't
yeah, it's
remember.
like in my brain, and I can't like
Strength plus.
spit it out. My
One
sister was
success.
obsessed.
You two go to ground, and you've got your arms around him.
That's
it.
right.
Oh.
That's right. Okay.
So I'm going to count that as your first because
Okay.
Why are you doing
jumping.
this?
Okay.
What else do you want to do? You want to try and
Did we
get
have to
affirmative
turn it off
hold,
in
or you're
case
trying
we
to
get
bite,
our
or what?
sound?
Neither. I have him
Right.
do like a full like just
Right.
chokehold and I'm all like, who are you? What do you
How
want?
disappointed.
What the hell are you doing here?
You hear surrender. I will let you live.
Dumbass.
Yeah, the balls on this guy. I'm almost impressed.
You should so just eat
So,
that.
so where are you in opposed to our car?
I'm still in the middle of
As,
the
you, as
thing.
you're sort of scanning.
Yeah, but like I'm shooting off our car. 'Cause we have a
Yes.
car.
Yeah, so I have jumped out of the cart.
Out of your
into-
peripheral.
Yeah, you see me tackle someone to the ground and have them in a chokehold. You
And I
probably
obviously hear this, and I'm like,
I was gonna say you probably think I'm about to kill them, and I'm just all like, "What do you want?" And then
And
he's all,
suddenly they're having a conversation.
surrender will kill.
so Hannah still has her pistol.
Boom!
As she just points it in his face, is like, "Really?"
All right.
Eat his face, man.
Charisma plus intimidation. Difficulty 6.
Oh, this was that fancy man.
You
on
can
the
actually
train
live looking like beef jerky taken from me.
in Sweden. I pretended to take a picture of Savannah so I could get him.
Oh. He looks like he kind of looks like
One.
his last name is
two,
Carlson. I don't remember what his first name is, but he's on the San Jose Sharks. But
Yeah.
Eric
Whatever.
Carlson.
Eric
So what was the
Of
question?
course we-
What did he-
Yeah.
I pulled
Two
the pistol in front of his
You have
face.
to
So
know.
whatever.
Like, really?
because whenever you know how hockey players are before every
He
game,
goes,
they're always
"What?"
like fully suited. And they're like the hashtag for the San Jose Sharks Instagram is
sorry.
sharply dressed
Like
man.
in the moment,
Yeah.
he
Makes me
remembers
so
what you said.
happy.
I
It's
didn't.
awesome.
Also
Love
now
it.
because of all the long hair, Sam Fluency.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that's all you get for that term.
All right.
Fred.
It's the best.
So I had a question because it says on what initiative does my dog go?
Oh, sorry. Yours for simplicity's sake.
That's fair.
And Bertram.
As the riders kind of ride up, I just whistle for the dog.
And they start hunting the horses.
I whistle off, and I go after one of the horses,
Nice.
and I send at the very least, Rolf to go after another guy on horseback. Mostly
I'm
just run,
trying to
jump,
on a
pounce.
horse. This is what's
So-
happening now.
You
Do it.
I absolutely have the skills to do
Abe and Frankie, you guys don't really have any orders for Attila and Edgar during the fight because I'm sort of defaulting that they would follow
That makes perfect
Rolf.
sense.
Because Ghoul's dogs are nothing to fuck with. They all got
Exactly.
potence and
I would have
fortitude,
sicked Edgar on that dude, but he just got cleaved in half.
Would they hunt a beast a piece, or would they?
I mean, dogs are
they.
pack hunters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would team up and go.
I think
one
at
by
that
Yeah.
point they would do like a team takedown.
All right,
I'm fine
so
with that.
they
I'm
launch-
usually a
some
I'm
poor
usually
sod
sneaky
is
So
gonna
stuff.
get-
I have because I have stats for
Well,
large
again, there's
dogs
also
here.
about to be a fucking
And then all it
newborn
says is if you
vampire.
want it to be ghouled, add a point of potence and then a point of
Surrounded in
fortitude or
blood.
celerity.
So-
Maybe
Alright.
those questions that he
At
had
the
will
very
soon
least,
be
roll for
answered
good.
by this experience.
Fortitude. I would imagine like hungry
First
probably
thing
has
your
celerity.
chowders
but-
does go into
by,
frenzy
by dint of
Oh god.
the three of yours
and eat a horse.
generation, both.
At least
Okay.
it's not a at least it's not
They're-
werewolf.
So they're all very fast, very strong, and very
Yeah,
very
and plus they're originally wild. You have
That's true,
coerced this pack,
So then we can tell that
subjugated
story around
them. So
campfire
it's pretty
about
good.
the one time Perry accidentally the whole horse.
So yeah, the three of them wheel in formation. This is
accidentally what? The whole horse.
it's beautiful. A little red tear. You're like, oh, it's so boys.
It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, they wheel on one horse, and you're like, I ain't gonna do that.
spouting the blood as the dogs just go down.
And you see this other,
Chow's
you're
down.
about to lunge at this other horse, and you notice that this guy, his eyes sort of kick in and realize, and he actually starts pointing his barrel towards bodies.
Oh no, I'm not going towards the horse. I'm jumping on to him.
Okay, well,
I'm doing
this
it,
is
yeah.
that you see this, and he's ready to take a shot at you, but
Oh, that's fine.
you're probably going to get there first. Yeah, give me that Dex plus Athletics.
Oh, okay. Dex plus that.
Dex plus Athletics.
Dex plus
To
athletics.
jump on the man with the horse.
What's the difficulty for that?
Give me a 7. He's
Oh, 1.
1. All right, so you make
That's a
Oh, it's 9. It's 9.
so you
Okay,
make
yeah, so
contact.
2.
What are you trying to do?
I'm clawing him.
You're
I
clawing
have protean claws,
All right.
so they're gonna tear through his face.
Yeah, go ahead and make that strength plus melee.
Pull him up his horse.
It's Dex plus
Brawl?
brawl. I think
Yeah,
it's
that's right. Yeah.
What's the difficulty for that one?
That one's 6 because it's just an attack.
Okay, so 1,
He will split
2,
his
3,
try to.
4. 4 successes.
You land them all.
Okay.
He tries to wiggle, but you're like, oh no. I've been hunting peasants on horseback for
Yeah.
longer than you've been alive, my
There's
friend.
not a whole. I don't
Shove-
have a
shove
lot
your
of strength on there,
claws
but it's
down.
strength plus 1.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. His tongue
Gross
slithers out, and he's like, shh. It's like, ah!
I only get 1 success. I get strength plus 1, so I only get 1 success on this one, but it's aggravated. So
Oh yeah, it is a new and strange experience for him.
does he? So if I'm jumping on him,
Were
does
you
he?
meaning to knock him off?
Yeah,
or-
that's
oh, okay.
I was meaning to jump and like catch him and then knock him to the ground as we go.
You unseat him.
Okay.
So yeah, you take him to ground as you inflict that
Yeah.
that 1 point of damage. So
Does he take an extra bashing from falling off a horse?
unfortunately not.
Oh, okay.
You definitely get a satisfying whoo out of him.
Yeah.
As the wind gets knocked.
As he's got claws like sunk in his shoulder.
It seems the tide has turned. There are still 2 others on horseback, although one of them is being worried by the boys. That horse does not seem happy about it. So, yeah, you've got 2 other targets who are not. You have 1 target who's not engaged at all,
Good
and
boys.
and another one who is very curious about these dogs. So, what do you think, Pip?
Other than just laughing and
It's
being like,
pandemonium.
everything's so insane. I guess she lowers her rifle because Hannah's still holding that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she just lowers her rifle to him and goes, I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation you're in. And cocks another shell.
There's. It's not his turn yet, but we'll get there. All right.
Yeah.
So you're backing up. You're supporting.
Everyone has something going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, everyone's in the open.
Abe.
Are any of
Did we
them
kill any more yet?
still
Not yet.
unhindered?
Yeah. There's one who's wheeling towards the front of the train.
All right.
Who doesn't have the dogs on it.
Well, if I get a clean shot, then. Or do I have to reload?
Yes, you have to reload. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah. Because these
But
these rifles.
I won't make you roll to find a shot later. So
No Winchesters yet, so these ones are muzzle fed.
Yeah.
How close is he?
he's he's at the other end of the train, so he's not within striking distance.
All right.
But he's definitely within easy pot shot range once you're
Okay.
cocked and locked again.
So I will. Abe starts whistling and pours
Sets his
another
pipe
shot in.
down.
That's right.
Does it?
That's the thing. Like Abe always lights his rifle with the pipe.
Hey, Bill.
Yep.
Lose 3 blood points as you feel a strange sensation that you're like, oh, is that what I've been doing to people? That's pretty nice. Well, not what I've been doing to people,
Yeah.
but it's really nice.
I was gonna say,
I
do
used
it with
to
no
do it
stabbing.
normally.
Yeah.
I thought, aw.
And you realize that after that
Oh,
third
nice.
pull, he's going for more.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So,
No.
are you gonna
Careless
push
whisper.
him off, or you
Yeah,
like? And that thing is knitting, and it's gnarly
What's
because
it
it's just it's like watching
Yeah.
a documentary happen in real time.
Hey. Calm down.
Her dude.
Oh,
There's still 2 bodies on either side of us, right?
Yes, they're a dash away, but there are two perfectly usable bodies
Yeah.
that are
There you go.
bleeding out.
Okay. Lay off for a second. We're gonna get you something.
He's sort of like howling and thrashing.
It's like,
and,
I know. It's awful. It's terrible. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, I'm bleeding a little bit, Clint.
So patronizing. Yeah,
Reminds me of when
come on,
I
come
got-
on, get out of it.
yeah, that's all I heard was like, oh, honey, it's okay.
Right.
Like, don't worry about it. You'll be
I hear
fine.
you, you're cursing over. Come on, all right.
Come this way.
Let's
Follow
work
me.
this out.
a strength plus
Uh,
strength plus brawl on that, or just difficulty 5, just to keep him in the right direction.
Yeah, damnation. Blah, blah,
Ah, I got
blah.
3.
There you go. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're,
I'm not
you're
really
basically
thinking
like
about that.
you're rolling. You're like it's like
Bullet
when you
wounds
fight
to
with
the neck
a sibling.
generation.
Yeah.
You're just like push,
Adjust your
shove,
viewpoint a little bit.
turn.
Right?
Yeah.
You're trying to nudge him over towards.
Go this way.
What's
This way. I'm gonna help you out.
Right.
I swear it's for your own good.
So there's
Come on.
so that's a
Be
thing.
too handsy.
Okay.
Yeah, this is happening.
Um,
You have a literal child now. No, not like that.
you managed to like push his face into it just in
Yeah.
time, and he like you've seen a couple of frenzies. You've been in, but it's weird because this one there's terror in there because he doesn't understand it,
Yeah.
but all he knows is he needs what he just got his face shoved into, and there's dirt and weeds and blood and guts, and you're like, you've never seen someone go ham on a whole body.
What's happened?
It's
No.
Hasn't been looking at
Like,
I
even-
know, I know.
yeah, even when the dogs get wild on something,
Yeah.
Like that horse.
yeah, I'm about to. Like when you were hunting with them with the ox, there was at least something resembling a purpose or a focus, but this one is just you're like you okay, all right, you're tempted to hold his hair back, like it's just
Yeah.
it's scary.
Hold his hair.
They're there,
Yeah.
they're there.
Please don't vomit into my mouth.
Hannah, make me a wits plus alertness roll, difficulty 6.
Which ones? Oh, I remember those shoes. Those were cute. What happened to them?
They're Amanda's.
Oh.
She took them.
What a bitch.
I know, that's literally my She never wore them! She probably still never wears them.
Yeah.
More than 3?
I miss these shoes.
Of course.
I was showing Jess. I was like, what happened to this sweet innocent girl?
Oh.
What happened in 4 years that jaded me beyond
I
belief?
remember when
Probably
you
was
ran
involving
away
your
at-
sister.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean,
Like,
that's a lifelong.
Yeah.
Look at this tiny little 30-year-old.
You take 6
So full of
damage
life, and
as
joy,
a
youth.
bullet round slams into your back.
Yeah.
What's the dodge?
Yep.
You don't get to dodge. You didn't see it. That's what that roll was beforehand to see whether or not
So I
you.
take 6 damage?
Okay, so you
much
take
cheese.
6 bashing damage, but you can soak it. Do you have fortitude?
Now I just have
That's a discipline.
It's
Yes.
a discipline.
How many points in fortitude do you have?
Just 1.
All right, so that brings it down to 5
Uh-huh.
because that just shaves 1 off,
Uh-huh.
and then you can
Probably
roll
earn
your
that
stamina
from
score,
Uh-huh.
and for each success you get, difficulty 6, you
Okay.
can shave off that many more.
What's considered a success?
It's a difficulty 6.
Oh, difficulty 6. Nope. So I
Okay.
take 5 damage.
5 bashing. So you put a slash through 5 of those boxes.
Through these boxes.
Yep. So get crazy on there. Slash, slash, slash.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now, the way this works as a vampire,
Mhm.
you don't take those penalties yet for just bashing,
Okay.
but they're denoted so that you know you're
Injured.
You're injured. So
Mhm.
that if they start getting an X, that's lethal damage, and then you do start paying attention to those penalties.
Okay.
Or if they're an asterisk, that's lethal damage,
Mhm.
and that's no bueno because it's harder to heal.
Okay.
Welcome to Vampire. Okay,
Yep.
so that it's taken us 6 years, but we're learning the system finally.
Like, seriously, I don't know if we often have battles that have this.
Like I will
Yeah,
make
no.
you fear for your own lives. Where the last thing I do. Cool. So that happened, and that happened, and let's see if that happens.
That over there is a thing that's happening. Right now.
That's well, okay. Yeah, longer. No, he said that's
Nothing to see and nobody to look.
No. They're just like
What
blobs
sweet
and shit
boys.
flying up behind you. See, like
Little
you see
sprays of
intestines.
blood.
just little confetti intestines. Celerity round.
Oh.
Do you wish to take any other actions this round?
She doesn't want to leave him alone.
Okay.
So no.
She's keeping an eye in several directions.
So Hannah just got shot, and the other guy is
Hannah got shot?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I'm sorry.
I technically have also been
Sorry,
shot.
you hear the shot and you see the thunk, and then you see the one guy on
Although I probably
horseback
pushed
who
the bullet
came
out of my
around.
leg because
Uh-huh.
I
Came around the corner
Drank a
and
person.
got a shot off on her, and she didn't
Okay.
realize it.
Yeah. You can actually use blood
Um,
points to heal yourself. So.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to.
yeah, it's
Oh yeah, I see
it's
that.
not under control, but it'll get there in a minute.
Mm.
Like if you need to jump in,
It
it should be okay. Frank.
Yep.
So
What is left?
So the dogs are chasing a rider on a horse on the other side of the yes.
Since I was holding my action and backing up Hannah, can I release my shot?
I will let you at a 2 dice penalty because you were pretty intent on backing her up with the guy she was messing with.
Okay.
You did not indicate to me that you were.
Well, I mean, it's just obvious to me that I didn't use my shot and I was covering
You were
her,
like, who else
and
is
then
running
she
around?
gets shot.
Yeah, you're
So
like,
I'm
who
like,
else is running
oh,
around?
okay.
And I was like, well, there's one guy who has no problem who's going around to the front of the wagon train, and there's
She's
the guy with
not
the horse.
throwing
So
away her shot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will ask you to leave my home. You come in here, you embrace a vampire. You quote Hamilton at me. Oh.
Bill probably met Alexander Hamilton. She was there during the revolution.
So at a 2 dice penalty, as
Yes. As in -2 dice from your pool. Because oh no, it would only be 5 dice instead of 8. So
no, 3 instead of 5.
no, it's more than 0. So
Wow.
go ahead. Difficulty 6 because it's just a shot. 2, cool. He's fairly focused, so he's not going to try and dodge it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Fuck. Damage is 8.
So 8 dice.
3, 4,
Difficulty 6.
5, 6, 6. Oh, fuck! That one's a lucky one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Kill him with the vinegar dye.
Yeah. That was guac.
Kill him with an
Difficulty
avocado
still?
die.
Yes. A 1,
Oh yeah, Frank, you were right.
a 2.
So on an ambush, attacker rolls Dex plus Stealth
Mm-hmm.
against Perception Alertness, and however many you get above their response is how many more dice you add to your
damage.
to your attack dice.
Oh.
So yes, it's dice, not successes.
3 successes.
Alright. I'll figure this out at some point. I'm
Yeah,
making you learn the ambush rules.
Same.
now.
Me too.
Probably a drink. Thanks.
No worries. You're too far.
I got it. That's
very much.
tasty.
Yeah, it's fucking tasty.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I was experimenting. I'm happy.
I've had elderflower soda before, and obviously I've had orange soda before, but I like the two together.
Does it just have the elderflower syrup? Is that all it's?
Yeah, so
in
it's orange flavored mineral water with the elderflower syrup.
Okay. So it is, yeah, because it tastes sweetened, just not very much.
Just enough to be tasty. And I bought a jar of elderflower orange marmalade, so I was like, this will taste good. This will be good
That's why
together.
roses have seed pack.
It's a thing.
Yeah. All right, you wing him good. You get a piece of him, and he sort of like doesn't realize that there's other things shooting at him. Some of the other crew have joined in and are taking pot shots at him and at the guy on the horse. Let me see.
You know, I got on my
The
phone.
guy that I
To
have the
look
guy
up
not,
something
that I knocked
entirely
down. That I
different.
missed.
Dude,
Oh yeah.
that is literally every time I get on my phone,
Yeah.
I'm like,
No
I'm gonna
one-
look at
no
the
one-
specific thing, and then I'm
Food
like, oh wait.
extraction.
Yep.
There-
This
there's
is
Distraction.
modern life
Trying
in a
to-
nutshell.
I'm gonna look at my
You know,
selfies from
we didn't
2015.
Yeah,
hide
and I was like, oh look,
Cards.
Instagram.
No, exactly.
Yeah, my game is beeping at me. What's the one?
Poor Chet is not he's a little off his game since he's discovered things about himself. So
Mhm.
so that was
What has Chet discovered about himself?
all right. So back to the top of the order, Frank.
Okay. What am I saying
That's
now?
'cause I
Is
bit
there
him.
anything left?
He
Yes.
liked it more than he thought he
So
Oh, I see.
so he's wrestling with someone. She's holding someone. There's a guy on a horse who just got winged by her, and there's a guy on a horse who's got the dogs after him.
And I'm sure that's fine.
And Bill's out in the field, and there's guts flying behind her.
I'm not sure I see that. Is that the other side?
Yeah,
of the
no,
wagon?
you're focused. You're not
Yeah.
focused in that direction.
All right.
Although there's definitely some weird slurping noises and like wailing, and you're like, yeah, it's weird.
So like, if I want to like jump onto the one that just got winged and just like axe first to his
You want to Geronimo it?
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Give me a
Nice.
Dex plus Athletics, which I know you excel at.
Yeah.
Difficulty 7 because you got to make a leap
Dogs
on
are
that
just
one to
like
get up
eating that whole horse.
there. On the move.
That guy up top is probably
It's like piranhas. It's just
Yeah.
all the way up.
he's just like praying his horse doesn't run out of meat.
Yeah. So you definitely make it up there. You managed to vault that distance. Go ahead and make the strength plus melee check.
So I know.
Oh, you're trying to ambush, right?
I know that
Yes.
Rolf is like slowly turning into
So
like,
go
more
ahead.
of a, like
So-
a German
so
Shepherd looking like
Dex
beast of a wolf.
plus
Yeah,
stealth,
Your guy is kind of turning more into like a.
difficulty 5.
like a derpy dog.
Well, you're turning into more kind of like almost monstrous. I think.
That's
Well,
right.
To be more everyone knows about you.
Yeah.
Hungry. I still think that Hungry's whole thing is that whatever weird mutation is becoming a
All right,
ghoul,
add those.
it's just
to your
that his
attack.
mouth opens up wider than it used to before.
That's right.
which
That's
is
So he
right.
can
Dex
eat more.
Just,
so
which
it's
is
just
strength
so he
plus melee.
can eat more things.
The other dogs told him not to eat anything larger than his head, and then he's like, "Well, now I can unhinge my jaw, so can I do that now?"
That's right. Come on, give it to me.
Eventually, Hungry's over there just trying to gorge down the
Ken.
whole
It
horse.
looks
It's
like
like
that.
solid.
It looks like that gross ass Muppet reindeer from the third Santa Claus.
Oh yeah, yeah.
10 successes.
Yeah, no, you are up on him like white on rice. Go ahead and roll damage, and go ahead and convert 5 of those to
Okay.
successes because that's silly. What? Yeah. I'm surprised Bella hasn't come down to yell at you. It's past your bedtime.
She was in Lisa's bedroom staring out the window. a minute ago.
9.
9. Yeah, he also like goes limp as you click right into his spinal column and flops off the horse. You want to stay on the horse? Or you want to follow him down?
Well, I don't know.
Still a source.
Follow him down.
Oh no!
You have that split second.
My 2 dads!
Which would
Say
you?
different things. Okay,
What
stay
do
on
you
horse.
want to do?
Follow. Okay. Oh, I stay on the horse.
All right, you like clunk, and he like slumps, and you're like, my axe. And meanwhile, you're just sort of like doing the ride thing on the haunch because you've done that before. That's
Yeah.
like it's part of
my
your
show.
axe, yeah. And the horse sort of just keeps galloping because there's still weight, so it doesn't know. Frank, governess, Hannah. So the thing that just shot you.
Static.
Is it?
It sounds like humming.
It sounds like someone using a drill.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of things.
That's weird.
Well, it sounded like they were hammering or something earlier.
Yeah, so they're probably working on
Oh, this one?
Well,
Yeah,
for
we
Where's the
were
blood?
10:30 on a yeah, I don't know. Hannah, governess, you see the guy that shot you slump dead onto the ground off of his horse with an axe in its back. The guy in front of you has let go of his gun and dropped it on, or the guy you're holding has let go of his gun. There's just the one guy with the dogs left, and
And the guy I'm holding.
that's not quite your turn. Oh, and then he's also about to be very friendly with someone as well. So it seems to be well in hand.
Okay.
The wrong route.
Did you just almost pick up your spoon to try to
Hannah asked.
No, I almost picked up your pencil.
Oh.
Oh, who did you get? Let's see. Spoon. I think you got. Oh, you asked his name? Daryl.
Of course his name is Daryl.
Whatever, Daryl.
And I say, I will be sure to write this on your tombstone, and I take a bite to heal myself.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's right.
However many you want. Well, you can pull as many as
3 per turn.
typically. Yeah. Let's go with 3.
So what do I?
So you go ahead and just bite him in the neck and
Yeah.
get 3 back right away.
Okay, cool. Is he still alive? Is he dead, or does he pass out?
So
to
you have
those
3 more points to your blood pool. You don't heal it back unless you spend a blood point.
Oh, I have one. Okay.
And I think for bashing, it just clears all bashing, right?
Yeah, bashing is-
Yeah, I think it's. I looked this up before, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
Weird.
It's definitely not a 1-to-1.
As well
I think
as
your
you
stamina
usually
might
do.
be into play with that.
Oh, yeah.
Spending blood pool. Vampire may spend 1 blood point to heal 1 normal, bashing, or lethal health level of damage. 1 blood point per turn may be spent to heal 1 health level. The vampires of lower generation may heal as many health levels per turn as they can spend blood points.
There it is.
So what was that?
So you can do 1-to-1 to heal, 1 blood point per, as high as your generation allows. So you guys, most of you are like 2 to 3, maybe even 4, depending on your generation. But it's gonna take up blood. So, but if you've got a juice box like you do,
Yeah.
you can do 3 a turn. You can pull in 3,
Okay.
but use as many as you want to heal.
Okay.
Just
So I'm
realize that you're not
Okay.
1-to-1 on that ratio.
gotcha. So I'm going to spend 5 blood points to heal the 5 damage.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm healed, and he is down.
And you got 3 back that you took out of it, or you already.
No, I already took that 3.
Yeah.
So, and I was about
And
to
now
say.
he's down 3 and woozy.
Okay, cool. And we're gonna leave it at that for right now.
Wow. What you saw probably will terrorize him a little bit because you just drew his blood and then
Yeah.
look visibly less
Actually,
beaten up.
he's really okay with it right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's good. Fred.
I tell the guy who's on the ground.
talking about you?
I just want you to know, I prefer to use this as a straw, and I bite him in the neck.
Aww.
Good boy. All right.
He attacked us when we're hungry too.
So you and those of you who, actually, most of you are on the other side of the train. So all of you hear the screams of a horse, a man, and the yipping of the dogs.
Good boys.
Go hungry guy.
I would let you know that I got 7 successes on that bite attack.
That's right.
Someone's gonna get devoured.
Bite his neck off.
7 successes for just the attack roll.
Sure. He struggles, but you still make it through. So go ahead and deal damage.
Well, I'm doing.
sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
So yeah, go ahead and pull in 3.
and I'm just gonna stay latched onto him until he's no more because, as I said, I prefer to use this as a straw.
That's right. Beautiful.
So for the next couple rounds, I'm busy.
Okay.
We're almost done.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like there's much more to do.
Pip.
I'm gonna hit the next thing I can shoot.
12 to 10.
There's no more. There's nothing really to shoot. He's eating that one. He's eating that one. There's
She's
definitely
eating that one.
something being eaten on the other side. Well spoken for. There's a corpse over to your left. Yeah,
Okay.
that's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Reloads the
5,
gun,
6. Yep.
puts the safety on, tosses back to Jean Pierre, hops down, and goes, I suppose we'll have to clean up.
Maybe you were
You've
an
been
idiot.
doing all of this.
How was I going to shoot
They were
anything with
shooting.
that?
I actually did a roll for him.
She's got-
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
Chet, that's what I was saying. Chet was off his game since
Okay.
he started experiencing new things. But yeah, they were trying, but
Oh, okay.
it was a lot of ones,
I have just a side question.
Yeah.
If we're done with combat proper.
more or less.
The horse that I knocked that guy off of, actually, so the horse that the dogs are dealing with is probably not going to be
That's
healthy enough
probably
to
a
do
thing.
Probably
anything
not even-
afterwards.
A whole horse.
Neither is that guy probably, but the other horses seem like they're probably all healthy because I don't think anybody hit them.
No, not really. They like a couple have run off, and there's 1 or 2 wandering, very spookable. So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
Well, let me just make sure we get to the end of this initiative order so that everyone gets a chance on stuff.
Oh, if the dogs subdue the guy who's on that horse, then I'd like to feed off of him to fill up the rest of my book.
Is there a cat in the window over there?
No, she's over here.
No.
Oh, she's over there.
I think you'll finish off this guy, but
Well, I did. I pulled the 10 off of him, and I was down. I'm still down 6.
Oh,
because I have a massive blood pool. So
okay.
Me.
So you sort of just drag him over. You're gonna need to call the boys off of.
that's what I was going to do.
Okay.
As,
So
after they subdue him, as in like pin him to the ground, then
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put a pin in that.
But I mean, there's nothing else to do anymore,
So
so.
Pip's in here. Abe, did you want to try and grab anything or do anything?
Sure. Yeah.
Anything to go.
I'll top off.
Off of who? Off of what?
What is closest?
You're kind of equidistant between the one that Frankie knocked off and the one that Frankie axed originally.
Hey,
Well,
I want one of these.
The one that's on the ground, close by it. She knocked off the horse.
So you mosey out that way, and you notice Bill and Perry just sort of there.
How's he doing?
Something's happening.
You can see quite well how he's doing, but if you still want to ask that, like I can see Abe doing
I
that.
actually.
She's like, yeah, get
Get it all out.
Get
Just do
Yeah,
whatever
I
you need.
sling the rifle over one shoulder.
So
and,
you give him the
know,
respect of your back
Yeah.
turn, so
Yeah. Putting the pipe back.
like at a urinal, you know. You just-
Christ.
Yeah.
you go once, make sure you're one step over.
There's a
You
code.
Just
There's a
proper
code.
etiquette for
Bill.
these things.
Still just making sure.
Yeah, no.
He seems to be tucking himself out.
Okay.
You're getting there.
Once he
How are you feeling?
once he starts to
There's lots of weeping.
Don't cry. You're gonna get rid of all that blood.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's got his face now.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
once he calms down a little bit, like he kneels close by and just like pats him on the back. And it's like, welcome to this madness, son. It gets a little bit easier. I tell you.
If it makes you feel better, it's
See, this
because I
is like a
like you
field
so
commission.
much.
Like, has been promoted.
Yeah, it kind of has.
Yeah, you drag your body over, or what's left of it over, and you sort of chase the boys off of the body. He's pretty savaged.
Yeah.
But
This time, as I said, I pull out my straw.
they realize that they can still have as much of the horse as they want.
Oh yeah.
So they go back to worrying that, and yeah, you can pull the rest off of this other guy.
Now it's time to intimidate the one that's still living.
Yeah, out of combat. What are we?
Well, I'm gonna nom one of my kills.
You got the one right in front of you that you pulled off the
Yeah.
horse. So feel free to
Grab
top
my
off
axe
on
and
that.
then I'm nom down.
You go right ahead. You did good.
I'm gonna check on the humans.
They hurt you.
They're all
And
more or
everyone.
less fine.
It's
Someone
okay.
someone kind of goofed their ankle
I
and hit
appreciate
themselves
it,
on the head because they fell out of a wagon. There's a lot of ones, but they're fine. It's
Yeah, well,
I like this axe. It's nice.
See, it works well.
I have to do all my
Like that
charitable
extra
shit.
heft.
The guy whose ankle is messed up.
That's right.
you're gonna feel a little pressure.
I'd like to go over to him, and I'd actually like to try to vicissitude fix his ankle because I have knowledge of medicine. So
Oh yeah, give me
Oh my
a
gosh, there's so many
manipulation
bodies to
plus
play
medicine.
with now.
And what's your vicissitude? It's 3 or 4? 3.
yeah,
All right.
because I have the ability to manipulate skin and flesh and bone.
Difficulty 5.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. Oh, no, okay, that's just nothing. Because I got a 5 and a 1, so it did not a botch, but I just...
So you're like, oh yeah.
I think I got
There you
it.
go. And he's like, how? And now it's just the other way.
I can fix it. Hold on.
Hang on a second. I'm going to try that one.
He's like, it's fine. Walk around.
Please stop.
It's Joseph. He's like, it's
Oh.
fine. I'll just take a lap.
But are you sure? Your boots are kind of...
Like you can, yeah. Like he's there in your hand, so you can be like, just hold on.
Just hang on a second.
Yeah.
Imagine you fix his ankle, but then his other one is messed up somehow.
There we go.
How? I didn't even
That's
touch it.
3 because I got...
You're like just down the middle.
Just hang on a second.
You're so used to doing such fancy things.
Yeah.
You're like just it's fine. And he's like, oh, okay, thank you.
You're like, I'm meant to do that.
You know, if you want your feet to be webbed, it's very nice to.
He just starts walking away. He's heard this before. Thank you.
Phil comes walking back. She's got like.
He's all dead weight. Like
Yeah, no.
he doesn't want to move.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to talk.
They're both just entirely covered in
Oh
blood at
yeah,
this
it looks like the end of a Tarantino film.
Oh, it's scary. Just straight
Yeah.
up.
I shot for Bertram to go get the towels.
Just so everyone knows.
He's muttering "foot" under his breath repeatedly.
You should probably leave my friend Perry here alone for a while. He needs some me time.
Why?
You know, it's okay. It's okay that you asked that, but I'm going to answer it later.
I'm not
Right
your parent, so I don't
right
think it's
now,
my place to
I'm
have
gonna
this
go
talk
lay
with
this
you.
man down in my
Maybe ask
wagon.
your dad.
I'll explain it to you
Because
later.
he needs a good lie down. So everybody try to keep it quiet around my wagon back here. Okay, all right, we're good. Drags him. You're like, you gotta try a little. Come on.
Does this guy I just ate from have anything on him of worth?
Oh yeah, he had a pistol.
So Bertram brings up
He
a
had
giant pile of rags.
Thank you.
he had a broken pocket watch.
Actually, handy
Oh,
water
shit.
skins
Thank you.
so he can clean him up a little bit.
He had
Like
broken
bathing
pocket watch
montage.
that could be
That's
popped
right.
for a thing for money.
maybe if it's worth anything, but
I'll look at it later.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
2 pockets of chew, just straight up chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
Leave that there.
I picked it up.
Hat, chaps,
Yes.
Hey,
That's
yeah.
handy.
shirt, pants,
Like no money.
gun belt.
If they had money, they wouldn't be attacking.
Yeah, not on him.
All right.
Um,
Well, I take a gun and his broken
I didn't-
pocket watch.
I technically did not kill
there's a
Daryl.
medium revolver. Yeah, like you guys have Daryl right
I
there.
was about to say, does anyone want to finish him off, or do we have any questions for him?
or were you gonna finish him off?
I wasn't going to finish him off.
Yeah, he's like,
We should probably ask Isaac. They're out there in here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
They must have some sort of camp or something nearby.
yeah, are there others?
Also, looking at the pit that we saw. That's
Yeah,
in
I'm
front of
going
you.
to check those
Like
traps.
how big of a?
Yeah, I was feeling it.
it's big enough to accommodate 2 ox plus the front half of a wagon.
Okay, so
It
it's
was-
not big. Like it's a decent sized hole, but it's not like a giant.
It's not a cavern. It
It's
was
designed
obviously
to-
dug.
Catch the wagon.
Yeah. Just immobilize it. How much work would it be to get around?
Not much. You can probably just
I mean, it's mostly flat land on the other
like you
side.
guys,
Yeah.
if you don't mind burning a blood point or 2, you can probably muscle the wagon at an angle and go around it because like it's in the middle of the trail, and the
Right.
rest of it'll be rough road around it, but
Yeah,
and then the rest of the train can
I think
maneuver around it.
A will work with whoever is not too beat up to do that. I'll burn a couple of blood points just to get the Karen past.
Oh yeah, George jumps in because
the holes.
he's got some extra oomph to him, and
Just
Yeah,
so we
we-
don't get cut with our pants
yeah, so
down.
that's fine. You guys are able to get it maneuvered without any issue, and then you unhook the ox and turn their dumbasses around. No, Frankie caught it.
This is
Frankie caught it good.
It is now.
What are you asking, Daryl?
That's what I ask anyone else if they want to interrogate him or.
Yeah, just to know where their base is, or if there are any more.
All right, Danny Morgan.
Well, we all come on because we never know how many people are going to be in the train, and we want to make sure we have enough saddlebags to bring back what we get. So
Bring back
Just
to
like she should bring back to where?
to camp over there. And he points from where they obviously came from.
Okay.
There's a small hillock off in that distance, and
But
Probably more
it
stuff
was
in
just
there.
all of them came out, so there's
Okay.
no one left at camp.
Wanders back over. Did you write that it was safe this way?
no, I don't know no letters.
Apparently.
Did someone of your people write that atrocious sign?
He motions to where Fred pulled down that other guy, and he sort of flinches and he goes, Red wrote it.
Oh, I see. Are there many left at your camp?
No,
No, that we need everyone except for him.
Oh, lovely.
Red was the one with the letter learning. He even came up with the idea to do the prairie dogs.
No, hey, wait, I got. I mean, don't we need another one now?
Another one, what?
Another person? Since
Yeah.
we
Well,
changed
lost,
one?
We lost
Oh.
one of our sacks of
Last
food.
yeah.
It's
That is
now
a
a
good
sack
point.
of food that eats our food.
Oh.
Oh, we love to keep them around.
You know, I could very easily keep him from being able to get away.
So can we, thank you. We
Not
don't
as
need any
good as
expertise.
me.
we
Because
okay.
you literally cuff his hands.
We all kind of squint at you like really hard, and we're like.
We're
Abe
angry, but
walks
not
back.
that mad.
Abe walks back from
Then we hobble.
getting
It's
the
literal.
caravan crossing over and just like grabs him by the arm. He's like, hey, it's scrawny, but it'll work.
Okay, will work.
You want to eat? You gotta work.
I look at him. I look at Daryl. I was like,
Oh, we should ghoul this motherfucker.
Like,
Or not ghoul, but
No.
blood bond him. We should blood bond him like hard.
he when you say you belong to us now, he drops the N-bomb and he's like, I'm not one of those.
Oh,
And
Oh.
the-
Oh,
because this
everyone
is a
just-
slave state.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so
I look at him. I was like, "Would you rather be dead?"
he like looks around at some of the other stuff they have. He's like, "What are you gonna?" So I'm gonna work, and then
Yeah, you gotta work, son.
and then
Look, it's either works or you die.
well, there's some I don't.
You have one moment to figure yourself out, or I will decide for you.
There's a nice big hole in the ground there, so either you carry them bags up into the chariot, or I'm just throwing you into the hole and we're burying you right there.
He's like, oh, and he like sort of looks around for like whatever bags
So
this
noodly.
guy's talking about. He's no idea, but he seems inclined to work.
Okay. Oh, wonderful.
That's smart.
How do you bloodborne them?
I mean, you feed them your blood, but 3 times I think for anybody.
ghoul.
It's
Or
It
to
doesn't-
blood bond.
yeah, the blood bond. You have to feed them a bunch in order to ghoul them, like
Yeah.
over a period of time. But if you feed them 3 times, then
Who's
they.
been feeding George?
Oh,
Yeah, because
That's a
you
good
have to
question.
feed him also to keep him.
Aren't we traveling with Hickory?
No,
No.
we're traveling to Hickory.
That's right. I'm sorry. I don't speak much today.
right.
I was like, Hickory's got something to do with this shit.
Yeah.
I'll feed
More
George.
beverage, please.
Yeah, because
You don't have to feed. You don't have to feed the ghouls every night. You have to feed them like once a week in order to maintain the ghoul.
I was about to say because Hannah primarily eats off of him, she figures it's fair.
Put one in, take a few
Yeah.
out. Put
Yeah.
One. Yeah, no, yeah, that works.
I still think feeding for men is cheating.
because we have some ghoul upkeep. Because they'll die
Between
if we
birds
don't
and the
feed
dogs.
them.
Okay. So
Yeah, he does, yeah. So yeah, not enough to blood bond him to you, but he definitely seems inclined to you, which is natural.
yes.
Yeah. So Daryl fumbles and stumbles and does as best he can with
Losing
with-
3 blood
with
points.
4/7 with 7/10 of his total blood pool.
Like, does anyone have like actual like handcuffs or something, or like something to like?
Oh, Abe is watching.
Okay.
Abe don't help.
Okay.
He's
You don't wanna ask
he's
me,
watching him
because-
work.
Yes,
Luckily,
I know.
see it.
I just
In
want to
fact-
make sure he's not gonna like
I'll
try
turn
to
it-
run away.
I'll
You
turn the
should, but we're
motherfucker
not
into a soda
powerful.
fountain. So
He knows if he tries anything. You
Um,
can just snap him
he's
like
gonna-
a twig.
it's gonna be like one of those like water feeders, but like a human.
Let
Yeah.
him try to prove himself, and if you don't, then you're
Right.
dead.
I follow him around for a while and just use all my like dread gaze to be like, "You're gonna fucking have nightmares about me, bitch."
Now
Right.
now he has even less fluids, so
Yeah.
I'm sure you address that shortly thereafter that he needs to keep his water in, and so he's
If you bring disease to this group, you'll wish you had died.
you hear a
Wait,
very
look at
you hear a very
I didn't look at anyone.
You weren't, he was.
you hear a very low "No, ma'am, I'm clean. I don't pay less than 2 bits for a woman."
Wow.
A much darker face. and in the wagon, Chloe goes, "Oh god, don't talk about horns.
Son, I'm pretty sure,
She'll remember me."
son, you can work and talk at the same time, so don't slack off.
Anyways.
No, he is. He's like,
Yeah.
like while he's walking, that scene happened, and while this is that, he's.
Is he kind of young? This guy?
You're not sure. He's got so much fucking trail dust and
Hey, dirty.
gnarled teeth, and it's hard to tell. He's anywhere from 20 to 40. It's like,
That's a. All right.
yeah, there's
And at that
hair,
time,
he's
you
hairy.
Yeah.
To a couple of them look like they try to shave or keep it all less than
know, with dull blades.
rugged, but yeah.
Sip.
Oh. Any other business that evening, or do you just?
What are we doing with the horses? We have
There are a
there's-
number of horses about.
There's at least 3 horses that. Well, okay. The one horse that's mostly carcass at this point, I'm dragging the rest of the carcass into my cart.
I just wasn't sure if I was
Parts
gonna like
right
it.
now.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it.
But the rest,
Yeah.
the other 3, I need to make
It's
more
not-
chairs.
Sometimes it's
The
too
the rest of the horses, there's 3 other ones
strong.
though,
I did it slowly
and that's
added
good.
little
Not
by
only
little
good
bit.
money,
So
but it's also
that's
good for us because we could have more
Absolutely.
people out on the range. So
Yeah.
if they have, cause I assume they still have saddles and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So then,
Yeah. You want to be able to figure out some saddlebags for them to help.
There's not a ride skills.
So 3.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
well.
we swapped it for
It's
drive.
Oh.
If you hadn't done it previously, I can go ahead and let me know how you want to swap dots around, and I'll approve it if you want to do that. Because
What? Where?
If you want to swap some dice into.
if you want to swap some dots into drive, which we will use as ride,
Oh.
let me know how you want to go about that, and we'll. But I don't think you necessarily need to know how
No,
to. I don't know. I don't think Frankie needs to know how to ride necessarily, because she mostly does the acrobatic stuff with horses. So they're usually well-trained horses.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get it now. I was just like wondering what skill if I did decide.
But later on, go ahead and cross out drive and put in ride.
Okay.
And then, should you ever want to learn how to drive a team, that's another skill. I think that's vehicles or something like that.
probably.
Anyway,
I'll let other people do that.
cool.
Mona Lisa got a new phone and like a Pixel or something.
Whoever wants to try and
Chris Phillips.
get a horse, make me a grand total of 3 manipulation plus animal ken.
I'll do it.
So one of each,
Yeah.
I guess it sounds like.
Yep.
It looks like
I'm
the 3 of
gonna,
you are
I'm gonna actually activate my animalism so I can talk it down.
great. So I'll go ahead and give that a difficulty.
Oh,
5.
I don't know how to do things with horses.
I'll activate animalism as well.
Same difficulty 5 because you can communicate with it.
I have enough animals to keep track of.
That's
I'm
4
chasing
successes.
you.
Oh, 4.
I botched. My horse
5
runs away.
successes.
4.
All right, you both bring those steeds back in.
Yep.
And the saddlebags are empty.
Of course.
Ooh.
Because they were coming to fill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As opposed to
Extra space.
bring
It's
them.
okay.
Frankie's chasing one farther out into the field. Does anyone want to try and help her
I'm
out?
gonna go and help out.
I don't know. Usually they.
You have a horse, so you could get out there probably a lot faster.
That's right.
Yeah, so make that roll again. Same difficulty.
Something about New Taiwan dollar amounts, which translates to about $65. But the fact that they're like coming from
You managed to
overseas, from, like,
grab
possibly
that one
Taiwan, makes
and
it
bring it
seriously
around.
questionable.
And
The,
same thing, empty saddlebags.
You're just gonna work at
Sailor
it
Moon
quietly.
boots.
Get on it.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know.
Try.
I feel spooked.
It lets her,
Yeah.
with that many, you were able to convince her that she's
Just follow that. I
full human
hold.
Yeah, I'm just
I
kind of
hold
curious
the
whether like
bridle
how
so
they
we
would turn
can
out though.
ride along. I'll teach
So
you
yeah,
how to do
you
that.
got 3 more horses.
Okay.
We should have Daryl lead us to wherever their camp was. We can pinch whatever supplies they still have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's like right there behind the hill, like, and so you guys, whoever of you go along with him, you find 2 more horses. That you don't need to do anything with, and you find their camp. So it's a few days supplies for 12 people, and there's like random chests and wagon parts.
How many more axles are sitting there?
Right.
Right.
Pilfer all the
And
action.
there is
I
a
feel like we're in like Red Dead Redemption. You
Yeah.
walk around the camp and,
Oh
like,
yeah.
pick it up.
there's a substantial amount of money and clothes and other little treasures. There's like knickknacks, and
Woo.
they've been plying this trade for a short amount of time, but have been very
I
successful.
look for the shiny things.
Yeah.
Things that are.
We'll gather. We'll gather up anything that's
You
valuable.
find some outfits. You find some dresses and stuff, and various types of clothes, and
We find all the dresses in one particular bunk.
that's. I know.
Yeah, and I also try to look for things I can sell.
Oh, Captain, we knew you. We always knew you wasn't whoopsie.
That's right.
Maybe
There's
they would
also
also just take them to sell.
No, I know.
Yeah, you find a little hand mirror that has doves on the back. It looks like sterling.
Bless you.
Oh,
How many people are in our?
thank you.
How many people are in our team, human wise?
Oh,
Ouch.
Well, we have all the humans we used to have, except Perry.
No,
4, and now there's Daryl. And there
So
used to be 5 because of Perry, but now he's in.
Okay.
So we traded.
Yeah, so
Perry
we have,
for
we have
Daryl.
5.
We should gift a horse to each one of these fellas, and then we'll keep the last one. I don't know, maybe to give to Perry just because of as a
Well,
Consolation
horse.
As a birthday
riding
gift.
a horse for a minute.
I know, but as a birthday gift. Or I could make the horse into a birthday gift.
No,
oh my god.
do not.
I can give him a permanent bow.
You can undo it and remake it.
All right.
Oh no.
Is there enough wealth in here to actually get a dot of resources?
A temp dot, yes.
Cool.
So if you want to throw an X
Yeah.
at the end of your line,
Oh, wow.
yeah, those who are so inclined, feel free to throw an X at the end of the dot of resources, and that will be good for one goofy big ticket item, if you want, because you have effectively robbed the robbers.
Yeah.
It's our stuff now.
So tough now, bitch.
After that night, the rest of the trip is uneventful. 4 more days go by. You lost some time just because of your circumstances and the ambush. So -4 nights of blood, +4 willpower, but with recouping blood and maintaining a similar rotation, you can negate that down to 2
Mhm.
So we just all lose 2 blood points.
effectively. Yeah, we'll just call it that.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to abuse Daryl, like, you could probably pop another one on there if you want.
I'm kind of not okay with the abusing Daryl.
And so you guys make it to Independence.
Every time they're not looking, I take the mole that Daryl has on his face and move it somewhere else.
God damn it.
Do you
I have a mole.
threaten him to not say anything?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. He starts crying every time you mention his mole.
If he's like
Poor
part of my
guy.
finger
What's
rotation,
new about his
then every time I just like,
Yeah, there's
all right.
yeah.
Like I said, I put all of my love and joy goes onto the dogs.
Perry, for those 4 days, says nothing.
Aw.
1,000-yard stare, like, and you can tell he's restless, like he's just constantly moving.
What does he eat, though?
Like he does, like
Begrudgingly.
he's found out that, or he's keenly aware of the hunger, and having had conversation previously, he knows the function of it and how to do it. So now that he's part of the rotation as well, on the other side, he, like, the first couple nights, like, he needed you there to be like, how much is too much?
Mhm.
But beyond that,
Aw, he's a baby.
like, no conversations, just constantly looking around. Like, he looks like a scared pet the whole time. Chihuahua status.
Now I feel
Does
Would you
Does
rather
Perry
let him
smoke?
die, though?
Huh?
does Perry smoke?
No, he didn't smoke.
You might want to pick it up.
Since he's part of our retinue now, over a period of time, I do take at least one of those nice horse bones and I fashion it into I don't know, really
Why
nice
that?
buck like
That's great.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
buck knife, but
Look how beautiful it
I thought I
is.
heard
No.
butt
yeah,
knife.
buck knife is the
Buck knife.
But
Yeah,
big,
I'm
oh
saying
yeah,
belt
big
knife.
bowie knife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just a fashion into a
technically don't exist. Right?
Okay, well,
Like I can't
yeah.
help but look at
but
these
yeah,
things.
but just a nice
Yeah.
big knife that he probably would have been happy to have originally. You know, wrap it up in some horse leather.
Yeah, I think the two of you would agree that once he's ready to have it, he
It's
Yeah.
so
will,
weird.
he will
Yeah.
enjoy it.
It's
But
actually-
It's like I'm giving gifts to everybody else.
Lisa!
Oh god.
Oh dear. He eat the banana.
is he gonna show us how to eat the pussy?
He eat the banana.
Well,
It just gets better.
Oh, sorry, the booty.
He
My
eat the
bad.
banana.
Oh,
It just
I mean, you could eat the
But
booty
it's
like
really
that.
funny.
Yes.
You can eat the
Yeah.
banana.
Look at this.
That's how we eat the
So
banana.
there
I
was
feel
know,
like-
and it's-
I have to share this with someone. Look at this.
I want a pretty Victorian house too, dude.
Stop that.
No.
Wife?
I'm also like, what is
So-
She keeps looking at houses. And she keeps telling me about houses that
This
I
is
would
a
love.
$500,000 10-bedroom Victorian in Santa
No,
Cruz.
sorry, not $500,000. It's $5 million.
Sorry.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a very
I missed
different
you
story.
forgot.
I missed a zero.
Forgot for a moment that we were in the Bay Area.
Yeah, no, we're not owning this. 10 bedrooms, 11 bathroom Victorian in Santa Cruz. It is amazing.
Yeah, it's quite lovely.
No, that's the
1, 2, 3,
best.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I still couldn't afford that.
So he does.
They emptied out the kitchen.
So you guys hit Independence. Right at the beginning of the night, like you guys
Look at it.
basically camp outside and then roll in. Are you guys gonna stop in Independence, or are you gonna try and because you will make it? You can make it to
Something.
Kansas City proper that night, but you'll have to like camp out outside that city as well before venturing in and trying to make contact, that sort of thing.
I am
Do you
rather
want to send?
famished.
Do you want to send humans in? Do you want? What are you thinking?
I mean, it's probably better to stop in
I think we're just stopping in.
Independence at the very least at first. Maybe announce the fact that we're coming to
Yeah,
send
I
somebody to,
think that's the proper thing, especially since we're coming with a full retinue.
and also
Oh, are we
because we're
sending
coming into
George?
a actual like Princeton, like or whatever.
Well, I don't want to make it seem like we're, like bringing troops in,
Yeah,
right?
like we're refugees, but still.
So
So
it comes with its own issues.
let's see
It's
here.
registered as a historical landmark.
Yeah.
Does Perry sleep in your box with you?
I don't have a box.
Doesn't you don't have?
Oh no, each of the wagons
No, he has his own box.
was or you guys outfitted
Yeah.
the wagons with boxes,
It's been on
and so
Zillow for almost a full year.
with the extra parts from the other wagons, it wouldn't have been too difficult to fashion him a box if you wanted to. He doesn't show any indication of one way or the other over the course of the trip.
Jeez.
I
have like, I want to roll
You just have to
empathy.
find out what his thing is. and then
He's a
maybe he'll
depressed
feel better.
poet. Oh,
So
Sure, you gotta figure out
Harry,
what-
Joseph, Chet, Patty,
he's an Edgar Allan Poe.
George.
George. Is that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
And Daryl.
but now
Now
there's Daryl.
Oh yeah, Daryl.
You think we need to hire more peeps?
Daryl's not supposed to sleep in a box, but I make him sleep in one
Hey, Abe, you want a retainer?
It's a different kind of box.
anyway.
Chet
Chet wants.
wants to travel with you.
Oh, I'm a little
He
sad.
finds
No, you can have him.
he finds you guys sit and don't talk.
That was great.
Well, now and then
It's-
I interrupt if I'm talking.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, why are we not talking?
And
Play with me.
you both sort of just nod at her as she just starts doing her thing, and you both enjoy each other just nodding and not talking.
That's right.
I
So
write a sonnet about it.
We have
it's the weirdest sonnet ever
Yeah, I just-
because it's a
Look at
strange.
that. It's just
right.
they're so comfortable. I love it.
We have a
He's
very,
somehow not terrified by the face.
But Frankie though, like tries to sit and be like men.
yeah. We have a very Ron Swanson
Oh yeah, no.
relationship.
Don, stop making a display of yourself.
It's just so strangely beautiful.
Let's
I
see
can't
here.
help it.
Patty also wants to keep working for you.
Okay.
There's like so much confusion
And
here for people.
She's like, do you want me to keep being a boy or can I be a girl?
Whatever you like, dear.
I wouldn't mind dressing up again and being a proper.
Oh, certainly. I have many things in my wardrobe. I'd love to give you.
Okay. And yeah, she's ready that next day to, like, as soon as the
Be
job's
pretty up
over.
again. I assume she has short cropped hair.
No, she kept it up.
Oh, okay.
Never took the hat off initially
Yeah.
until it was sort of,
Like it's
So-
cool.
everyone sort of gave up after a while,
Yeah.
trying to keep whatever facade they were keeping up,
Yeah.
because there were much more fascinating things to be aware of.
Right. It's like, let me tell you about facades.
Yeah.
I could tell you about George Washington.
Right.
And you all made them very well aware that if they spoke about what you were to anyone who wasn't in this camp, that they would be slaughtered immediately, and everyone else because the masquerade.
You see,
And hang your entrails to the flag.
you know what we did to all those guys back there on the horses? Yeah,
Yes.
that's gonna be
That.
Oh, we like you.
Oh, we like you
Yes.
guys.
I'm
So
rather
we would
fond.
likely would prefer not to.
And
I will have to write to my husband about you.
so yes, so you start having conversations about this, and she actually seems to come from a decent family. She never tells you where from exactly,
Mhm.
but she definitely went to school up to a point, and is ready to start living that life again once the job is over.
No, this job doesn't.
Joseph is content to take his check and go on his way once everything is done, but
Okay.
you guys aren't quite there yet. And he's all right.
Yes.
You're like, way to be a stereotype, Joseph. Chet, Mary, Joseph, George. Yeah. When you guys hit town,
I knew he was a joke.
Right.
With an S.
You're not fooling anybody.
Fucking Joss.
yeah, pretty much George sort of makes the most sense to be sent into town
Yeah.
to make contact, and because he's been to Kansas City before, he's familiar with their court. So you guys hit Independence.
Anyone want the end?
Do you guys basically just stay camped right outside
Yeah.
of town,
Oh.
I'll split it.
Oh no, it's okay.
waiting for news back from him the next night?
Cool.
From George.
George.
George
Yeah.
is going to go into town and try and make contact.
I was like, when am I going to put this back in? I can dig the bottle out now if I can drink it.
Problem solved.
So one more night. But you guys are in a proper town, so you can hunt and recoup a blood point or two if you need it.
Heck yeah, I do.
What if I need to recoup 6 now?
Roll a d10.
Bill is going to attempt to lift Perry's spirits by teaching him how to play bodies.
He keeps beating you.
This is good. This is good. This is helpful.
You have no idea why or how.
Ooh.
Like, you cheat a couple times and then you beat him,
Yeah.
but straight, it's a savant situation.
Yeah.
That's his art.
And like you ask it because like you guys have talked about cards before, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we played cards." And you're like, "No, how about this game?" And you get no indication that he's ever played that game before, but kicks your ass.
Wow.
But it's weird because he's just dead about it. Like it also doesn't help that he has the best poker face all of a sudden. But at least he's interacting with you.
Yeah. You are going to be a tough nut to crack. You were so jovial before.
He does it. He has it. He does it when you say crack. He hangs his head in a way that you've recognized would be him crying if he could still cry.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
It's hard,
If only
Wow.
Morrissey existed at this
right?
point.
Oh,
No.
He does have probably
Oh, he does now.
significant
You got him back?
PTSD.
I got 3.
You get 3.
Yes.
Any more and you'd be you'd be killing
Yeah.
stuff. And
I
that's-
still have about 5 blood points I need to regain at some point.
Go ahead and roll a d10. You can go out hunting as well.
Yes.
And now I want a retainer.
Yeah.
Everyone's
You
got
have,
one.
well, you have hungry.
Well, no, I have 3.
Kind of.
That doesn't really count. You just
You're
eat all my
fully,
stuff.
you're fully cooped.
You have a
up.
dog
You're
that
fully
has
stocked up.
celerity. I mean, you
What
know,
do we do with Daryl?
we have 3 dogs that have celerity.
He's
He's in a
there
box
at camp.
currently.
He's
They'll get to that.
Okay, I was
He's
like,
our
are
new
we gonna,
rent boy.
well, I mean, like, are we gonna, when we get to independence, we're gonna turn them into authorities and be like, you go deal with this now?
No, he's ours.
Okay,
He's
I
already
don't know.
actually authorities.
We probably need to give
He
him
has
people,
canines.
though.
We have dogs.
Like people that will stay with us longer.
I mean, at some point or another, I can probably turn him into something. But you know,
a nice coffee table.
I need like 10
That
more of
still
him
has,
that I
like,
can
a
turn into a
face
giant
and, like-
monster. Oh yeah.
So the couple of you who are a bit more
You
For,
suggested
like,
that one.
perceptive
We're
or
like
human
pet
legs.
conspiracy
Yes,
now.
I'm infecting you all.
Well, it's his hands in the front, or the front 2 legs, and then
Someone
like,
else's hands on the
and they just sort of like
Yep.
everywhere.
Right.
the more perceptive of you.
His face is on the top,
Notice
like
that
at the
he
table
actually-
center.
Which is typical. Enjoys the kiss, and he's actually realized that whatever you all are, which it's not really a secret, but whatever this situation is, seems to be a really well-oiled machine, and he eats better and is taken care of better than he ever was.
And he still
That's
gets
fair.
lots of like dread
Oh,
games.
yeah.
I'm constantly going.
I'm still
"Hey,
con- mole. Over here.
Whatever. He doesn't cry about it as much anymore.
Now it's
It's-
a fun
It's
game.
it's really just annoying. And
Well, once it stops upsetting him,
yeah,
It's
then I
smart
start
to come
pulling
be with
his
us.
hairline.
That's right.
I mean, it still upsets him because it's
Okay.
Okay.
but like it's not as traumatic.
You move his
as it
beard to the
was.
side.
Yeah.
No, I gotta.
Now I can't.
I have to
eat.
make this change as subtle so that the rest of you don't notice until it's too late.
Dang it.
So-
now I want to start rolling to see if I notice.
It's yours is upside down.
So yeah, and
I mean, he sees how I treat Chloe, so he knows my death glares.
if you really want to add him as your dot and retainer, you can, because
Wait, who are we talking to?
Frank,
Oh, okay.
because he'll effectively do whatever any of you tell him to do, as he's sort of eager to please on this. If you
Well-
question him further, you find out that he was a bit higher on the pecking order with the other dudes that he worked with.
Now he's at the bottom.
But yeah, this is actually a better.
I mean, honestly,
This is mostly a
here's what
better
Frank feels
standard
about
of
this
living.
whole thing. He realizes that bandits, they do this for a reason. They don't have any money, and this is the way that they figured out to get it. And people fall into bad things in order to survive. And so, if he doesn't do any more like hurting or killing or what were we pointing at?
That's a good.
Oh,
Oh, a feather.
Oh.
Apparently, I don't know. I'm not turning into
Although-
or if I was, I would stay really
Although-
far away from you.
Everyone goes into a mold.
specifically with regards to Frankie and this guy's apparent recollections, she's half Native American. So how is he?
Oh,
responding
that
to this
instantly
kind of
trumps
stuff?
it. He knows what she is.
Okay.
As what you are, and there's a variety of you. Well, you're mostly white, but he knows that she's capable of destroying him just as easily. So
Look, I grew up in a circus. It's all carny and shit. Like everybody was rough. Like,
And if you say that word ever again in our presence, I will slit your throat
it
with a
comes,
spoon.
it comes up that he's very confused about this because your husband owns some.
Yes, I don't like the Bible.
Yeah. Owns
And
property.
Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. It's a whole thing.
So he learns to try and adjust his vocabulary accordingly. Yeah.
Fred doesn't particularly care. He's not. He was talking about rounding up people into camps earlier. So
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's yeah.
like
I mean, you are German.
yeah.
Very.
very much so.
Philippa makes
I
it
guess what
quite
I'm saying is
clear
that Frank would be like,
that she
I don't
doesn't
really
like
want
that
to
type
You
make
do have those
serve
British
me.
predilections
I'm not going to
Yeah.
force
More
you to do
progressive.
things.
Yeah.
in that regard.
but you should
Cool.
do things that this group wants you to because it's better than dying.
So you have something resembling a normal night camped outside of Independence, and you all are like, yeah, one more day. The next night, lose a blood point, up a willpower, and George comes back with Hickory,
Oh, hey.
Yay.
and
found the tree.
you if he was a hugger, he'd be hugging,
Aww.
and he goes,
We hug with our minds.
yeah, no, there's definitely
Yes. I'm so happy to see you.
yeah, there's definitely a lot of Don, don't make a display of yourself. You know, that's our thing.
I curtsy.
And he's like, so did y'all have to fight your way out? Like, I'm surprised y'all made it.
There's some of that.
Yeah,
We
night,
find
George
our
is
way
like-
out.
George is like,
night wasn't quite out
and he's
when we got out of the city. Yeah.
and he was like, you didn't fight the anarchs?
No.
There were anarchs.
I mean, I assume someone set the fire. But
Yeah,
we didn't necessarily look for anyone.
there was a small band that wandered up this way, but
Yeah, what's an hour?
we got word
If I may
that
ask.
there was a lot of action out there, and as far as we know,
Individuals who are upset by government and their officials.
Oh,
no one else made it out of St. Louis.
Oh.
Any specific group or
Well, a few people made it out of St. Louis.
Just a mishmash.
Wait, we were in St. Louis, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
where
just
we came
you.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you said no one else.
Benjamin.
We sent him back in because
Yeah.
he went to go find the rest of them.
Oh,
No, he
What?
stayed
Maybe?
behind more or less.
I'm assuming he means the other Canaanites.
And
because there
yeah,
were some refugees.
Yeah, Hickory's like, no, your boy Benjamin sent word. Like, a kid on a horse came in
Sorry,
a couple
we're
nights
poor
back.
Benjamin. Fine, everything's fine.
A couple nights back, a kid on a horse came into town. Paul picked him up, and yeah, apparently, while the fires were being set, a band of renegades just rampaged through town, and one of I think Alexander barely got this info to Alexander, or barely got the info to Benjamin before he
Does that mean that creepy man is the judge's call?
most likely.
Wow.
I can tell you that it does mean that if St. Louis is still a court or whatever it was, that us three are the reigning leaders.
yeah, I was about to say, the president.
There's no sign of him. Like as far as we know, everyone went down swinging or got caught in the fires because it was in the middle of the day.
Chief.
Mhm.
Phineas?
As far as we know, there's supposedly Alex saw
so wait, what does that mean?
4 different vampires go down.
I'm sorry, while hunting, I stopped by a post office and
Send off your letters.
like my fucking box of letters because she
Yeah.
writes one every day.
He says, supposedly Alexander himself saw 4 vampires go down in the attack, and confirmed that several other havens burnt to the ground during the day.
Several others.
Yes.
So it was coordinated.
Well, I'm sure the fires helped, or it sounds like the fires definitely helped.
I totally think it's that judge guy. I didn't trust him. I never did.
Well, he's probably dead.
Hickory goes,
So,
yeah, no, he's dead.
Oh, that's a shame.
Well, he was good when he was the president.
he was
And
the
then he-
president.
No, not the president.
Hickory goes, did you never?
No.
Did no one- They were the same guy.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm missing something here.
The judge and the president were the same person.
He's a Malkavian.
That's why they were never in the same place at the same time.
I'm not saying that the president is the judge. Were they ever in a room at the same?
Well, I never realized they were not
Yeah, I
at the
never
same
realized
time.
No, yeah.
that.
No, I remember him saying that a
Yeah.
couple times.
Yeah, no, Hickory goes, Alexander watched the president go down as one of the 4,
Oh.
and he was the. You guys never figured out that he was the judge?
I really didn't pay attention.
I just didn't like it.
Well, that's that.
And after a while, I didn't like the president either, so it just makes sense.
Two of his children were parading as Primogen for the other clans. Like, did you? All right.
Wow.
We'd only been there for
Yeah, we've literally been there for like.
You guys were there for a few months.
Yeah,
we were there for a few
Yeah.
months.
We've been there for a year at this point, haven't we?
A few months.
A few months, okay.
Yeah, 2 months.
I mean, to be fair, I was on the wilds more often than at court, but
Yeah, I was
probably should have
busy.
picked up on that still.
I mean, a bunch of Canaanites I knew who lived there sort of liked it for its because you could sort of get away with some stuff if you were into that sort of thing. But yeah, no. Well, either way,
That's probably why the Tremiers were not as upset about Fred as they should have been.
yeah, no, he was one of his children.
Yeah, makes sense.
I should have figured that out. I mean, at some point or another, I probably should have questioned more. Didn't
I
hate
don't
my
think I
guts.
cared enough.
Yeah, I was like, I was made a Primogen. I did my job for my clan, and I saw to my own business. I didn't pry into other clans. It's not my way.
It's like,
So
I mean, that doesn't change that you're here and that you're welcome in this city. It seems like you got a whole crew together. So if you got, I'm guessing you guys are headed into town, into city proper.
that was the plan.
If you can make introductions.
No, that's what I was checking. That
Yeah.
as soon as
Is my lineage going to be a problem in this territory? I do not wish to cause waves at the moment.
no, we don't care so long as you don't care.
I'm not going to cause any. Well, I'm not going to cause you any trouble.
No, you.
But I do have an ottoman to make.
Yeah. Weird is a relative term for Fred. Okay, so
From what I saw on the trail, you should. I'd vouch for you as far as I know.
Being a normal vampire.
I'm gonna make a horseless carriage just out of a couple of horses. Has legs.
Some strange Tim
like
Burton bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
4 groups of 4 horses.
Wow.
Wheels.
And he's like, and to be honest,
I
I don't like Tremere. There's none in town, so you're fine.
That makes me more happy.
He's like, yeah, back it up. I'll ride along the rest of the way with you into Kansas City. There's a staging area, the north side of the city. We can set you up in, and then I'll let the prince know that y'all are in town, and because he knows about you. I told him what happened with the werewolves, and then in a few nights there's court, and you can make proper introductions, but it should just be a formality, and we're pretty informal out here.
I like that.
So well, glad to know y'all made it out, even if
Can I talk to you?
sure.
Oh yes,
Oh, yes.
it becomes a larger clan now.
Good children, right?
Your brow is knit.
Because one of the, because he had a kid that was like his.
That's Paul.
Yeah. So some things happened.
Oh, some things.
Indeed.
I have a
Perfect.
son now.
But I didn't want him to be a son. Like I kind of wanted something else.
No. They eat the shoe.
Yeah, I know. But things happen.
When a mommy vampire.
I don't. He's got some like. He's not talking, and I know the beginning part is weird. I remember, but I wasn't like that.
You kind of do that for
so-
like a hot minute,
Yeah.
and once you sort of run out of steam, and it's sort of the silence is prego, and he goes,
That's helpful.
he goes,
a vampire.
I strangely really like this fact.
he's
I
like,
agree.
we're burning moonlight. We should get going, and so as you guys get going,
That's what you get.
he comes over and he sort of like follows behind the cart, and he basically just like introduces himself to Perry and is like, Perry introduces him. He's like, what's your name? Like a lot of basic dumb questions.
I feel like as soon as he turned into a vampire, Perry's hair sort of like flopping over.
Now
on the
he's
side.
just
Now
he's
like
just
emo hair.
Mm-hmm.
You've had to bathe him. He wouldn't. It was
Wow.
and
Unusual.
and as he's asking him these questions, it's the most you've ever heard him talk since it happened.
Mhm.
Aside from learning how to feed without killing someone.
Yeah.
And that you're like, oh god, it's something. Yes. So it seems like Hickory is helping, even if it didn't initially seem like it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys make it to the staging area that Hickory mentioned. You guys post up. He says, I'll let them know that you can feed off the northern ward over here. Sort of lower class. I'm sorry if any of you have needs, but that's you're sort of at the bottom of the totem pole out here. So, but at least you've got a good word in, so you won't be hunted down for trespassing, because I know you're here. You guys have my good word on you, and so we can go from there. And wherever you guys are headed next, or if you're staying, we can figure that out. And before he rides off for the night, he comes back over to Perry. And he goes, "Hey kid," and Perry just sort of like leans over, and he goes, says, "When was the last time you went hunting?" And he was like, "I don't know." And he's like, "Well, you better clean yourself up tomorrow night. We're going hunting. I'm taking you." And he's like,
Oh my god.
and
Maybe some bro bonding.
so that's
That works.
He just needs a father.
So that's where we'll end for the night. XP. Let's see. 2 all around. Keep it small. Keep it simple.
Keep it secret. Keep it
You don't
secret.
want to OPS too quickly.
Well, I will every time we do a time jump, and I plan on a couple more. So we'll look forward to that.
Super.
Yeah, she said you.
Often.
Supposedly, I'm supposed to get a shirt that says "mean" on it, but when I called someone out about getting my shirt, they were like, "It's not your birthday." So next year,
Am I adding Patty as a retainer?
you can, yes.
Okay. One more dot.
Yeah, no.
Retainer.
Head up.
I think I'll let her keep her name.
Real quick though, did we ever talk about what Perry actually looks like?
No.
Can I just imagine what he looks like?
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I actually hadn't thought about it until today, and then I was like,
Did I get my last name?
no, he's just Pericles, as far as I have written down.
Mason.
Wow.
Right?
Oh please!
No, there's already a George. That makes it way too much my dad.
Good night, everyone.
Hey,
Thank
go
you
ahead.
guys so
Go ahead and
much.
build Perry.
Okay.
But we need a Perry Mason.
Pericles Mason.
Who are you? Perry Mason.
A really depressed, despondent Perry
Right.
Mason.
If this was normal masquerade, he would be super.
Oh, he would
basically-
fit right in.
He would hang out with Grigya like all day,
Yeah.
every day. and
Have,
just
have like
avoid
Chinese,
division.
Chinese
Right.
food.
Yeah.
Fucking Bauhaus.
Yep.
Well, her full name is Patricia.
No. I mean, like, because Chloe is my French maid,
What did she do?
and
They all have to have
Jean Pierre is my valet, so Patty is my
lady, your
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
your maid, your
Companion.
Ladies' maid, valet. She could be your chambermaid. Like take care of your.
That's right.
I'm not keeping her for extra work though.
Oh.
So I'm like,
Oh,
She's your
like a lady in
confidant.
waiting.
okay, I'll take that. I like
Yeah.
lady in waiting. Like I'm not a princess.
Right.
So I thought about that too, and I'm like, what would that be? Like,
Confidence. and
Who's your
shit.
confidant?
yeah, she's not my side bitch.
Sad bitch.
I believe BFF might work.
Hello,
right?
friend.
Yeah, I slowly befriended her. I'm rather fond of her. Show here was a gift, and Chloe knows what she did.
You should give her. You should give her like carte blanche to just also
Yeah,
bitch
100%. No, yeah. Just to extra rub it in Chloe's face. Like,
When you have.
I highly doubt she would ever do it, but you're allowed to discipline.
I'm gonna spend 6 experience
Oh Lord.
to get my 4 points in medicine, so that I can work on crafts.
Nice.
There we go. All right.
As I have been practicing, that's why I have the horse carcass.
You have so much flesh to practice on.
I do, and it's all gonna get nicer now. Like that table, oh, it's happening.
Say goodnight, Internet.
Good night, Internet.
Practice with